ready, yeah. Oh, locked in, they don't wanna let me get out. I'ma put you on a bench, you gotta sit out. Hit the street and had a block going crazy. Mama say I'm playing with my life and can't nobody save me up. I got steez, they can't mess with my technique, yeah. I'm a OG boy, don't disrespect me, yeah. What with me, I had your whole gang quarantine. Get the mobs and leave your block spotless like I'm Mr. Clean. Ooh. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Now 2021, they run the bands. Living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man, yeah. I'm the man. That's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man. Yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Chance and now you lost. Hey, that's expensive. What it cost? I don't look, I just floss. I be dripping like I'm Voss. Hit the mall and bought it all. All my diamonds clear. Blue diamonds is flawless. I could be a designer. You can shop up in my closet. Yeah. All my pieces custom. You can't go find it at Target. On the crib with my wallet. And I ain't even pay a deposit. Yeah. What now? We pull up with no sticks. Bust down. Oh, thought he really thick. Me and her are not the same, she do splits. I need 100% cause I got commas on my wrist, yeah, commas. Back in 2010 I had a plan, yeah. Now 2021 they bring them bands. I've been living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man, yeah. That's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man, yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man. Ready, yeah. Oh, locked in, they don't wanna let me get out. I'ma put you on a bench, you gotta sit out. Hit the street and had a block going crazy. Mama say I'm playing with my life and can't nobody save me up. I got steez, they can't mess with my technique, yeah. I'm a OG boy, don't disrespect me, yeah. What with me, I had your whole gang quarantine. Get the mobs and leave your block spotless like I'm Mr. Clean. Ooh. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Now 2021, they run the bands. Living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man, yeah. I'm the man. That's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man, yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. Yeah, you had a chance and now you lost. Hey, that's expensive. What it cost? I don't look, I just floss. I be dripping like I'm Voss. Hit the mall and bought it all. All my diamonds clear. Blue diamonds is flawless. I could be a designer, you could shop up in my closet. Yeah. All my pieces custom, you can't go find it at Target. On the crib with my wallet, I ain't even pay deposit. Yeah. What now? We pull up with no sticks. Bust down. Oh, thought he really thick. Bust down, bust down. Me and her are not the same. She do splits. I need all 100% cause I got commas on my ring. Yeah, commas. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Yeah. Now 2021, they bring them bands. I've been living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man. Yeah, that's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man. Yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Gang, gang, gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man. Ready, yeah. Oh, locked in, they don't wanna.
It's fully
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Sign it over there, Ty.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium here in Gilmer, Texas, where your Gilmer Buckeyes are set to host the Lindale Eagles tonight in the second home game of the year. Both these teams come into tonight's contest having played a really, really tough schedule up until now. Both teams come in 1-2. Last week, the Buckeyes were victorious over the Paris Wildcats. And that is the third 4A Division I team in a row that the Buckeyes have played, as are the Lindale Eagles. They are a 4A Division I team. They're over in the District of Doom, and they lost last week, a nail-biter to their big rival, the Van Vandals, who is also a playoff caliber and ranked team in 4A Division III. So as we enter tonight's contest, the Buckeyes are getting a little bit healthy. We will have the services of all-world athlete to Eric Tate once again. Jeff, I tell you what, it really was a good 2 weeks as you look at the development of these young Buckeyes that have been able to step up, the juniors. And we're talking about, of course, number 7, Brendan Webb, number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position, that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting to Eric back, best athlete on the field on both sides, but another tough competition tonight with these Lindale Eagles. Last year, of course, the Buckeyes got played down to the wire against Lindale. They've got their quarterback back. Their quarterback is Clint Thurman. You will hear us talk about him. And big left tackle, 6 foot 6 inch, 305 pound Alabama Crimson Tide commit, Casey Poe. And I am glad that we're going to get to watch him from up here and not have to be down there on the field tonight. So should be another exciting contest. Once again, the Alan Metzel Let's Punch Above Our Weight Class tour continues in the preseason. But I think the Buckeyes that started here several weeks ago against the Chapel Hill Bulldogs, the number 1 ranked Chapel Hill Bulldogs in 4A Division I, is a lot different team than you're going to see here tonight, although you know that was a great contest against the Chapel Hill Bulldogs, 33-32 at the half. and it's all about the strategy of getting better. That's really the motto. We talked about it in the coaches show with Coach Metzel. Improve, get better, and that's what these first 5 games are about. And Jeff, believe it or not, we're going to be home now for a full month starting tonight. We've got the private school next week, then we've got an off week, and then we open here against the Pleasant Grove Hawks, which will probably be the district championship. So our friend and colleague, Mr. Eric Konitz, will not have to tear down any, and we will have a short trip for 4 games. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen here tonight against these Lindale Eagles.
Yeah, Todd, this is always a good battle between Gilmer and Lindale. Lindale and Gilmer always play, if you like Friday night football, this is always a place to be. Gilmer Buckeyes have come out on top for the last several years during the contest, but they always give us a closer call than I'm comfortable with. Again, you mentioned earlier another Division I game tonight, but the important thing is that we've got Eric back in the game. I think Gilmer wins by 2 touchdowns in Kilgore had he been on the field that evening, but that wasn't the case. And, of course, last week I was really glad to get out of there with a win.
Absolutely.
I'm not a proud man. I'll take a lightning cancellation with them on the 20-yard line any day of the week. So
after the craziest play, which was a punt directly into the gut of an oncoming tackle.
Crazy.
And that's where we left the game. That was the last time that the Buckeyes have been on the field. And,
I've never been so happy to leave a game.
And it was late, and we got back in the wee dark hours, and that's not the first time we've had that trip back from Paris as the Buckeyes and the Eagles get ready to enter the field here. But we are happy for the next month to be back in the friendly confines of Jeff Traylor Stadium, and very happy to be getting to our full strength in terms of the players on the field. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these Buckeyes respond here tonight. They've been through the fire now. You've got your younger guys, your Brennan Webbs, your Jeremiah Nobles that have performed at the highest level. So I'm not sure that you can say those guys are young anymore. They have really been forced to step up. And when you put Eric out there, and you put Will Henderson out there, and you put Sims out there. By the way, it's interesting when you're backup running back, you're looking at the Heisman House. You've seen those Nissan commercials, and you see Granddad Billy Sims on those commercials. It's almost like I jumped out of my seat and said, the next Sims plays for the Buckeyes right now. And Alec is a very, very talented and capable running back. Moved him over to defense the last couple of weeks just because we've needed to, and he's played well on both sides of the ball. Just a lot to be excited about if you're a Buckeye fan.
Yeah, that's for sure. Very talented football team. We have people, I had people at work, that follow the Buckeyes all the way over in Fort Worth. And they come, ask me, they said, hey, man, we were looking at your record, 0-2. Is it going to be a rough year? And I'm like, no, it's not going to be a rough year. We got a great team. And they're like, well, you were 0-2 and to start the season. I'm like, you'd have to understand the circumstances. They're very unique circumstances behind that. And but that does not dictate what these Buckeyes can do. And remember, it's a young team. We had 7 kids on the defensive side of the ball that very first game playing their first varsity snaps against Chapel Hill, who I'm still convinced is going to win state in Division I.
Division I, yeah.
So their first snap.
Honestly, Jeff, they may look back at that 32-31 score at halftime and say,
how in the world?
Yeah, that's the closest team that's been to them all year.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, you got, think about it, 7 young men coming up. Last time they played a snap of ball was on the JV, and now varsity, whole new level, whole new speed. Everything's faster and tougher, and they come out playing number 1 team in the state in Division I. So that was a good way to get kind of refined by fire. And the Buckeyes have now taken the field. They're out there. We're waiting on the Lindale Eagles. They're in their smoke screen down here at the south end of the end zone, getting ready to run out. And as soon as they do that, we're gonna do the coin flip, and then we're going to do the national anthem. This ought to be a good game tonight. What's Lindale's record coming into this game, Todd?
They're 1-2, and last week, really, they've been punching above their weight class as well. Played a 5A team early on, and they do a good job, but they've got to prepare themselves for that district of doom. Chapel Hill's in their district. Kilgore's in their district. Henderson is in their district. All of those Division I 4A schools in that district.
That's a tough district.
And they'll have a harder time making the playoffs than they will getting to December once they make the playoffs.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It is insane.
Yeah.
And most likely, they'll face 2, if not 3, if they keep winning, of their district foes in the playoffs after the first 2 rounds. That's how good that district is over there in 4A Division I. I think that's District 7.
All right, well, we're going to take a moment and recognize our country as we are going to post the colors at midfield and pause for our national anthem. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Christina Bocanegra, U.S. Guard Cadet William England, Texas Guard Cadet Brazos Sharp. The Gilmer Buckeye Band will honor God and America with the playing of our national anthem under the direction of Mr. Eric Gray.
ROTC back at midfield honoring America with the presentation of the colors. We've got such great programs here at Gilmer, and obviously our Air Force ROTC is one of those programs. As captains get ready to come on the field tonight, for the Lindale Eagles, we'll have number 4, and that's Carson Plunkett. And we will have number 8, that's Clint Thurman. He is the quarterback. He is a senior this year. Played really well last year as well. Number 54 is Christian Petway, and he is 6'6", 265, and you can see how big he is. And number 75, Casey Poe. He is the Alabama-bound left tackle at 6'6", 305. So size is not an issue for these Lindale Eagles. They are massive up front.
They always are.
Yeah, they always are, and they always have the Buckeye game circled, and as does the coaching staff, and a lot of connections there. Of course, their outgoing athletic director is now coaching with at Grace over with Stump Godfrey, and that's a lot of ex-Gilmer folks that have been in Lindale and vice versa, and lots of good relationships that we have with the folks over in Lindale. They are great people. They run an absolutely fantastic program. They are so good to us. We try to play in Lindale for playoff games every place that we can, as the coin toss has been won by the Lindale Eagles, and they will take the ball. They have seen the Buckeyes a time or two take the ball and make it 7-0 in a heartbeat, and they are going to receive and try to possess the ball. So the black flag will kick things off tonight here to start it out. And Lindale Eagles coming in at 1-2. This is so far the highlight of their season, and probably a good test for both teams. And we will have a huge crowd on hand from Lindale. They're a massive band. They brought 4 busloads full from a band standpoint over there. And this just would be exciting Friday Night Football. Jeff, for the first time since I can remember, we're not at 100 degrees here, which is a wonderful thing. The summer seems to have passed us by. We've had a little rain. We're down into the 80s tonight, maybe even get down into the 70s tonight, dare I say. and it feels like football weather. And with the Lindale Eagles, with all that size and all that discipline and talent, come in tonight to be a good contest for these Buckeyes. Pate will kick off once again. And Jeff, we've seen Pate do an outstanding job as a kicker, putting it in the end zone when he needs to.
Yeah, I'd like him to do that every play.
Yeah, it's
just right through the back of the end zone. Don't give him a chance to return. You know, we talk about the size of these schools we've been playing. Division I, we keep saying Division I, what does that mean?
Big school.
The enrollment here for Gilmer is about 750, I guess, right now, somewhere in that range usually. And like Lindale, for example, has 1,144 kids in it. So what does that mean? It means you have that many more young men to pick from. So you're gonna be naturally bigger and usually more athletic and a lot more to choose from. But Gilmer, it gives a 4A Division I school what for every year. So that was a high pooch kick to open the game, and going to be a fair catch on the 30-yard line. So Lindale takes over their first possession in pretty good shape. 1st and 10 from their own 30. What are we going to see out of this offense, Todd?
Well, they run the spread. Thurman comes out and he tries to count guys in the box, much like the offense that you see from the Buckeyes. They just don't have that much speed. They're big and athletic. They're just not as fast as the Buckeyes. So tonight, that 4-man front that Coach Edwards has switched to for this Buckeye defense is really going to play a role. They'll run 2 back and run the ball as much as they can.
All right, 2 back set, 1 back goes in motion. Quarterback keeper on the right side. Up the middle he scampers, gets about 3 yards. And that's a pretty good gain because the Buckeyes have been pretty selfish up front with that big defensive line they've got up there. They've been going, 4-man front. They put Bell from linebacker down on the line starting the second game, and that's changed a lot on the line of scrimmage.
It really has, and not only that, Jeff, but it's been a positive change because they've been able to get penetration. But so far, you look at that massive humanity that's down there with those 300-pound plus offensive linemen, and there's a lot of pushing going on.
Yeah, they're going to come up the middle quite a bit tonight. 2nd and 7. Quick pass coming out of the backfield, and the back just drops it. And that would have been a big gain for a first down if he could have held on to it. Just slips right through his fingers. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Huge opportunity here, Jeff, for the Buckeyes to get off the field on 3rd down. And look for this zone read. Thurman will roll out to usually the field side, in other words, the wide side of the field, and try to find somebody sitting down in a zone out there. So let's see if the Buckeyes stay in that cover 2 zone. If that's the case, then they'll try to hit either a back out of the backfield or this tight end right around outside here about the 40-yard line to move the chains.
2 men wide to the left, 2 backs, 1 in motion. There's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Got nobody. And he is going to take a sack and a loss of about 6 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 13, and the punt crew makes their way to the field.
Well, that answered the question is the Buckeyes went man with the single safety high with Brennan Webb back there. Brennan will be returning this punt. And that was excellent defense by the Buckeyes. And the pass coverage really kind of broke down. And the Buckeyes able to get to him. Big number 44 with a sack. So first punt of the night for Lindale, and the Buckeyes got an opportunity to get some good field position.
All right. Lindale spreading them out, getting ready for the punt. Nearly got a hand on it. Ball's going to hit the ground, and it hits one of the Lindale players, it looked like. I don't know, maybe I didn't see that correctly. It looked like it hit the Lindale player on the 40-yard line. But maybe the referee didn't see that because they're going to spot it on the Gilmer 30. So here comes the offensive units onto the field. And Todd, look at the bottom of your screen. What a beautiful number 3.
I'm telling you, it is so good to see to Eric. And not only that, but now you got Brendan Webb out here locked up with him. You've got number 1 back there, Bell. The Buckeyes will go empty. And absolutely, this set right here, Jeff, is scaring the defensive coordinator.
Let me tell you something. I'd be panicking right now. You got Jeremiah Noble out on one side, and you've got Eric over here along with
Will Henderson in the slot.
Oh my gosh, what a nightmare! All right, Henderson goes in motion. They're dropping back, looking to pass early. They're launching one downfield, overthrown, but that's not surprising. Hey, to Eric, welcome back. Here's a pass, and I mean, Boy, Caden just aired that one
A
out.
little too much juice under that one. If he put air underneath it, Eric ran right by the defensive back who's in man-to-man coverage. That wasn't even a contest. All Caden had to do was put a little more air into that, and that is a touchdown on the first play.
Well, remember, Eric is part of that state championship
sprint relay.
He runs a 10-5, I think. All right, they're going to dump it to number 1, Henderson, out of the backfield, dodges one tackle, and knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
And we really saw a coming out party for Will Henderson last year against Lindale, as he just showed that unbelievable speed that he's got. And I can tell you, pre-game, I had coaches from Lindale coming through and still saying, that's the fastest kid that we've ever seen in person, real life, film, or anywhere else.
Well, he's the fastest.
Welcome to the club.
He's the fastest kid I've ever seen play, probably on any level in person. 3 receivers left, 2 right, empty backfield. They set up, got a little slant pass is what they intended, and it's just overthrown, intended for Webb, and the Buckeyes are looking at 4th and 6. And so given the field position and where we are in the game, they're probably going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, they will, and that goes back to the very first play, and Caden just missing a wide open to Eric Tate, who just streaks down the field straight past his man, and Caden just overthrew him. Otherwise, it's already 1 play and a touchdown for the Buckeyes, but instead we got 4th and 6, and we'll punt from the 39.
All right, here's the snap. It is a good one. And not the best punt we've seen this year from Braden Pate. They're going to get great field position around the 45-yard line. And so Lindale pretty fired up that they were able to stop this electric Buckeye offense on the first possession. But I assure you folks, settle in, because it's going to get sporty.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that first play, when you see 4 wide, empty set, and Caden literally having 3 guys in black jerseys run straight by their man, he could pick his poison.
Yeah, he'll
the
be
defensive staff in Lindale all the way down at the end of this press box is all the oxygen's out of that room.
I don't believe they'll be able to cover them tonight. I really don't. I don't think they're matched the way they should be. But nice run up the middle for 5 yards there, and that'll bring 2nd and 5.
That's the big running back number 0 for the Lindale Eagles. That's Wyatt Parker. And he is 6'1", 203, big senior, but he picks up 5, and that's really what Lindale wants to do. They want to run behind Big Poe, the left tackle, and that huge offensive line.
He is a large. Look at this guy. Look at number 75.
Alabama. Jeff, he's going to Alabama.
I know. Look at him down there.
He's massive.
He is just a man among boys, isn't he? He is a big boy. That left tackle position, and he's lined up against Bell. Here's the snap. Bad snap. Quarterback's forced to run it. It turns into something pretty good as they blown play turns into a first down.
Yeah,
flag on the play, though.
That's Clint Thurman, and he is a tough cookie.
That's probably going to be an illegal procedure against Lindale based on where the flag is thrown.
Yeah, I do think that will come back as Thurman fumbled that snap. And that's
offsides on the defense. Okay. Yep, first down. They're going to decline that. First down. They're now into Buckeye territory at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 38.
I want to send out a couple of special shout-outs, Jeff. Mr. Gary Patterson, who is lifelong Buckeye and listening to us tonight. Get well soon, Mr. Gary.
Hey, Gary.
We're thinking about you. 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 38 here. This is exactly what Lindale wants to do. Keep the clock running and keep the ball on the ground. 2 backs in the backfield out of that shotgun set.
All right, coming in motion again. Handoff up the middle. Lowers his head up the middle. Good for about 4 yards.
And if you want to know where they're running, Jeff, right between the 7 and the 5. And as big as that jersey is on number 75, I think me and you could run through the 7 and the 5. That is a lot of white in between those 2 numbers. And Lindale is just following his blocks. And they'll try to take their time in the huddle. They'll try to run the play clock down to about 10 seconds before they even break the huddle. And they'll try to keep it on the ground and keep the ball away from that electric Buckeye offense with all that speed. And this is, if this is an MMA fight, Jeff, this is called ground and pound right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that up the middle stuff. Buckeyes showing blitz up the middle, and it works. as they get inside there and causes them to a little confusion on the offensive line. They didn't know who do I pick up here, and that allowed them to get penetration and get a big stop there. 3rd and 6. That was a good call there.
Probably 4-down territory here. So, Jeff, I would not be surprised if Lindale runs the ball here, and if they do, they are telegraphing the fact that they are going to go for it on 4th down. This is really a 2-down play to get 6 yards, and they're going to try to just run the ball right back in behind number 75 because this is kind of no man's land. They don't have a kicker that can reach this, but they won't punt it from here either.
All right, let's see if the Buckeyes, they fake their handoff, and the quarterback keeps it. He gains about 2 yards, so that's going to bring up, we're going to say 4th and 3.
Just as expected, Jeff, and they'll go for it here.
They'll go for it. But wouldn't this be a great big stand here?
Oh, this would be
in front of that big offensive line. If the Buckeyes can get penetration here and look for them to fill every gap, watch those linebackers come up.
Yeah, let's see if Tommy does exactly what he did there on 2nd down and just loads the box and comes straight after him to try to get those backs in the backfield before they get behind big number 75, big number 54. Those are some massive human beings out there. But I don't see them putting it in the air right here. I think they're just going to run straight.
Well, it'd be a gutsy play. I'd love to see it. They're not gonna. Handoff up the middle. Quarterback does not get the first down.
They stopped them, JT. They
stopped them just about a foot shy of the marker, and that is a big deal given the fact that they're running behind a 300-pound offensive line.
Yeah, they did not get that. That is 1st down Buckeyes. The black flag bows their neck and gets a stop as the white hat signals 1st down Buckeyes as Lindale kind of tucks their tail between their legs and runs back to the sideline. They had that planned from the time that they called the 1st down play. We're going to try to run this down the Buckeyes' throat. Great adjustment by Tommy Edwards and the defensive staff there of bringing those linebackers 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down. They get a big stop. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from their own 29-yard line.
All right, let's see what the Buckeyes get going here. Nothing in that first offensive possession, but I think it'll be a little different this time. Will Henderson, the ball carrier, and he falls forward for a gain of about 2. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Will ran on the offside there, and number 55, the defensive tackle, does a really good job standing his man up. And when Will kind of tried to cut off of him, he just kind of reached around and grabbed a hold of him.
All right, 2 receivers, wide left, 1 right. Will Henderson in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. Forced out of the pocket, fires an interception. I thought he was throwing to a wow. I didn't watch that because I was watching the receiver.
Yeah,
and we had a wide open receiver in the back. He went to the short. I don't even know what happened there. What happened?
That was a choice route there that was kind of a scramble drill. Caden threw it to the wrong guy. He threw it to Tarek Tate and thought he would throw it over that defensive back that was sitting right in that zone. And the cornerback is about 6'3". He just reaches up and snags that out of the air. That's just a bad decision because he had the short man, to your point. He had the short man, Jeremiah Noble, and chose to try to throw it over his head to Tarek Tate and wound up paying for it there. Big interception.
All right, quarterback keeper, he found a hole. Luckily, we got him tripped up there, but he falls forward for a gain of about 6 yards.
And, Jeff, we're watching the UTSA game with Coach Traylor, and the Billy Sims commercial just came on.
Did it really?
It sure did. There he was.
2nd and 4.
Nissan Heisman House.
2nd and 4 for the Buckeyes.
It's got to be crazy to watch football on Saturday and see your granddad on TV.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? And what's crazy is we're sitting here in the press box watching another football game while we're trying to call this one. You want to give them a score on that UTSA game?
Yeah, it's 20-7 right now. It's not looking good for Coach Traylor. They're going to have to come back in the second half.
They'll come back. We got some confusion on the offensive line. They're going to have to call a timeout to fix this. Maybe not. They're set. Here we go. Handoff. They're going right over that left tackle, and look at that hole, man. I mean, just open. As that big back just rolls through there and gets the first down.
And it's follow number 75. And the Buckeyes defense been on the field a lot just because a couple of miscues there from Caden Tennyson, overthrowing on the first play a touchdown to Eric Tate, and overthrowing Brennan Webb on a screen pass, and then that last interception that set Lindale up with the ball 1st and 10 in Buckeye territory. And it's been the sputtering offense that's the story of the night so far, keeping the black flag on the field. They got a 4th down conversion last time out.
All right, quarterback's going to throw it this time, and he overthrows. Tight end that ran a little out route. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
A huge play right here, Jeff, because now
it's 2nd and 10.
Now they're behind the chains, and this does become a passing down. Now, again, watch for the coaching staff over in Lindale to think, hey, this isn't a passing down. This is 3 downs now to go pick up 10. They think that they can get 3.5 yards of play behind that big offensive line. Watch them go right back to the ground here.
Yeah, watch the handoff to 0. 2 receivers left and right. Short pass, complete to number 6. They pick up their blocks. And I mean, they executed that extremely well. Left a little gap there and down to the 15-yard line, just shy of the 1st down marker. Lindale knocking on the door. But again, that's where this black flag defense does their best work in the red zone.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. And 3rd down and 1 yard to go, maybe a half a yard. That is a well-executed screenplay. You've seen the Buckeyes do that 100 times. And it's kind of like looking in the mirror for this black flag defense. It's just that the mirror has a lot bigger dudes in it than they do during practice.
That's an understatement. That is a big line down there. Trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back set, motion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, got a man open, overthrows him. Lucky break for the Buckeyes. And that is going to bring up 4th and 1. And so this is the time where you bow your necks. You know this is a keeper.
Absolutely.
This is a keeper right up the gut. They're going to run right up behind number 75.
That's exactly right, Jeff. And they're gonna bring in the beef package. Then I think they'll snap this straight to the quarterback and try to run over that left side. But 4th down and 1, and again, this would be the 2nd straight opportunity the Buckeyes have had to get off the field. But I tell you what, you look down there at Mr. Lee, 42, is just a sophomore, and Aaron Bell, and they'll be talking about playing against Casey Poe for the rest of their lives.
All right, here he goes. Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper, and looks like he's got enough to get the 1st down in the scrum there, down to the 10-yard line. And that is going to be 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, that is by far the most effective play that Lindale has in their pocket right now, which is just student body left behind big Casey Poe, number 75. And he is that good. I mean,
yeah. I wonder how
you watch 6 guys move backwards just a second ago.
I wonder how good a shape he's in, though. You know,
we'll
is he going to be able to do this in the 3rd and 4th quarter? I mean, you would think that an elite athlete like that going to Alabama is probably in pretty good shape, but we'll see. They run it again, right behind Poe, down to the 5. And that is they're going to line up. This is like Liberty Hill all over again.
That's right. Just line up and run right behind the 7 and the 5. As he is the last guy to get up from the pile almost every single play. It's no secret that they have been doing this for 2 years. And Jeff, last year in Lindale, if you remember, they gave Gilmer all that they wanted, really with this same strategy. It's just that all these guys from Lindale were a year younger. They've got a huge senior class, and they're trying to win that district of doom and really kind of leave their mark on the program as well.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to the back, who gets right into the end zone for the 1st score.
Well, you got to kind of look at that one as not really a defensive touchdown, Jeff, as the black flag's been out there all but 6 plays of this 1st quarter. There's 2:51 left now, and that drive started at the Buckeye 39-yard line. So the Buckeye offense has got to stay on the field a little while and start moving the chains themselves and really not miss any opportunities, and certainly not give Lindale extra opportunities. They have allowed Lindale really to kind of get out front as the extra point is up and good. And we will see if the Buckeyes can turn things around when we come back right after these messages.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch. if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
And we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium, and we have 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lindale on top of Gilmer 7-0. And Lindale ate all the clock off of this first quarter.
That was a 6-play, 39-yard drive, Jeff, with one pass, and that was a screen pass. Everything else was right behind number 75.
All right, here's the kickoff. It is a nice long kick. Tarek picks it up around the 5-yard line, coming back down the sideline, and he gets it back out to about the 26.
Well, it's good to see the ball back in number 3's hands, and that just terrifies defensive coordinators on the opposite team. He is absolutely electric, folks. I got to tell you, he is about as dangerous as the last couple of guys wearing number 3. When you look at Curtis Brown and Chris Boyd, he's that level of athlete, and all those guys were wound up playing on Sunday. So wouldn't surprise me to see Mr. Tarek Tate suiting it up on Sundays in the future either.
Let's see if we can get the ball in his hands here. They're dropping back, looking to pass, got a flag on the play. Caden runs it, down the sideline he goes to the 50. Nice run, probably coming back.
Yeah, I think
more than likely going to be a hold.
I think Lindale jumped and we responded, and I'm not sure if they're going to call the offsides or they're going to call defensive, or they're going to call us for jumping offsides. But it does look like
they're going to wave it off.
Offsides. Yes.
2 offsides calls in this game so far. They must be really watching that.
We will take it as our left tackle, that's Lucas Cano, does flinch a little bit, but it's because a guy basically came over the line. So they let that play go. Big, nice gain there by Caden Tennyson into Lindale territory. Buckeyes looking to answer here in this first quarter.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff. Cuts back to the right side. Got a hole, and he's going to take this one to the house because you don't catch 10-2.
No. Let me tell you something. You absolutely knew as soon as the tomahawk Will Henderson saw, and we got a flag down. That's going to be a hold and all going to come back. That's a wind sprint for nothing for Will Henderson.
Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. But, yeah, once he turned that corner, you can look and see. No. Even with an angle, you're like, no, you don't have the right angle. That's not the correct angle.
No, there's no such thing as a correct angle once he gets to the green grass.
All right, so that's going to back us up 10 yards. So instead of a touchdown.
So they call that one on to Eric. So let's see if Eric doesn't go score right here.
Yeah. So that will be just some missed opportunities as the Buckeyes kind of hurting themselves so far in this first quarter. And
backs the Buckeyes up to their own 48, and it's going to be first down and about 16 now, Jeff.
That's just more practice to open field, Todd. Here comes the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Launches one downfield, and again, just throws to the middle of the field. Tarek just can't get to it. They're going to connect that here in a minute.
Yeah, and once again, Tarek runs straight by his man, and he's 5 yards behind everybody. Caden just can't get him the ball. Second and long, you get the feeling that
it almost looked like they had a different pattern, a route in mind. You know, Caden launched it to the middle, and Tarek stayed outside. So I'm not sure where the confusion was there.
Yeah, Connor Dodd comes in the game as second down and 16 now. So this would be a great screen pass play right here. You got Connor Dodd and Brendan Webb out to the wide side of the field to see what the Buckeyes do. And the answer is they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, we're going to call a timeout. They'll take a timeout, so we will be right back.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, we're back here. Gilmer took a timeout. They wanted to talk about it. Looking at 2nd and 16.
Jeff, we want to do a shout out to our offensive and defensive scout team players of the week. Michael Perringer on the offensive side and Hunter Bounty on the defensive side. Appreciate those guys and all the hard work that they put in. Those 2 names that you will hear in the future for the Buckeyes. As don't look now, Jeff, but as you called it, the UTSA Roadrunners have pulled to within 6 points against Army down in San Antonio with our entire ex-Buckeye coaching staff. That is both Coach Trailers, Coach Turner, and
they've got a Gilmer student playing down here too.
Yeah, and also, of course, Brandon Tennyson, the All-State 2-year All-State quarterback, led the Buckeyes to back-to-back state championship appearances. Might even suited up tonight. He's active, so that's why we're watching this game.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Throws a little screen pass, falls incomplete. That was intended for Will Henderson. And now we're looking at 3rd and 16, so they're going to have to go long.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Jeff, the good news is that Eric Tate can run by anybody he wants to any play. So you can kind of dial it up again right here if you want to Eric out here with a guy in his face and a safety that has no chance. I mean, you just pull it up and throw it to Tarek anytime you want.
And the thing is, they're not playing a safety over the top. I mean they're just going man-to-man with him. Handoff to Will Henderson, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Headed down the sideline, picks up the first, and he'll take another one to the house. This time, no flags. So there's another touchdown, Will Henderson.
I can tell you, Jeff, everything that the Lindale coaching staff, when they came up, I was here about 3 hours before game time. We want to shout out to our brother from another mother, Mark Skinner, who's in Ireland tonight. And I came up to kind of cover his base from a pregame music standpoint to just get myself together. And they all walked in and basically said, you know what, as soon as they give it to number 1, we all just hold our breath. And usually we just watch him run by everybody. And that's exactly what happened then. As Will Henderson just showing the Lindale Eagles once again, as they saw last year, there's not anybody that can catch him when he gets loose. It is drawing back to even with the extra point left to come here. Touchdown, Will Henderson.
There's the snap. It is up and good. So, tie ball game here, folks. We are 1:55 left in the first quarter, and we'll be right back.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. It is 7-7 as Gilmer scores on the legs of Will Henderson down the left sideline headed south, and had an earlier touchdown called back. Gilmer has overthrown 2 balls that would have been touchdowns, had a touchdown called back and an interception. I'm happy with 7-7 at the end of the first quarter.
That's exactly right, Jeff. As you said, that was a 4-play drive. As Coach Rob over here gives us the stats, 79 yards. And really all that came on 2 plays. That was Caden Tennyson scramble and Will Henderson wind sprint.
Yeah. Here's the kickoff. High pooch kick, going to go out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And so here comes the Buckeye defense once again. I think they enjoyed that breather they got just a moment ago. And the good thing is when you have a quarter like this, you just get all that out of your system, and the rest of the game is going to be all Gilmer. It's all Buckeyes from here.
Just kind of settle in.
Yep, they'll get in the rhythm now, and we'll get to see a bunch of talent. A lot of people carrying the ball tonight, and a lot of people catching the ball on the Buckeye offensive side of the ball. Defense has played well this year.
Yeah, and they like the defense got off the field immediately because that could have been 14 instead of 7, except for we turn around and give it back to them on a missed read there by Caden Tennyson. But you got to think that this defense played well in the first quarter, given the fact that basically all but 6 plays. Okay, so the White Hat tells us that the receiving team, Lindale, is elected to take the ball at the 30-yard line after the out-of-bounds kick. That's something that Coach Metzel will probably add to the list of things to work on the special team side. But the black flag will come back out and defend 70 yards of turf here to the north as Lindale comes back on the field.
All right, handoff, and this time they're all over him, and they are going to drop him for a loss. I think he might have lost about a yard. They drove him back 5 yards, but his forward progress got him almost back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
Now those defensive backs now, Jeff, the 2 safeties are coming up and expecting the run, and they're reading run. That puts 2 extra guys in the box, and when that happens, that's the result. A 2-yard loss for Lindale.
All right, here's the snap. Kind of a bad snap. They threw that same little inside pass there. They get back to the original line of scrimmage. A while ago, they executed that extremely well. This time, the timing was thrown off because it was a bad snap.
Yeah, safety Harrison Lofton there coming up, and really
from his linebacker position.
Really playing well. I mean, they're responding really, really quickly, and you kind of get the feeling that the black flag's seen it all now, and they're looking at it kind of going, look, you're not going to throw me another pitch I hadn't seen, as they've got Lindale where they don't want to be, which is pinned in their own end zone, and look for Lindale to take a shot right here. Thurman has not thrown the ball well tonight long, but he may have to right here for Lindale to stay on the field.
Handoff, nope, drops back. He's heavy pressure, rolling to his right side, and he is going to take, instead of throwing it away, he just steps out of bounds and takes a big loss, but there's flags on the play.
Yeah, that is going to be, I think, holding against Lindale, which is kind of down the field, which not really a smart play.
Yeah, no, that would only be, hopefully we didn't grab a face mask or something over there during all that scramble. Most obvious call would be a holding call. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, you would think that they're
not doing anything.
Yeah, that Lindale's offense would be coming off the field because they're going to have to punt, because Thurman took a 7-yard loss, as you said on that play, Jeff. So let's see what the White Hat finally says. Yeah, the punt team's coming on the field.
Yeah, here they come. Well, I don't know where the confusion was there. I don't have a clue what that was.
Yeah, that's got to be a hold that is declined, because that's essentially what they've decided on the Lindale side.
Force them into 4th and 11.
So
Brennan Webb is back deep to receive the punt.
I think the White Hat has talked to literally everybody on the field on both sidelines, walked all the way across. And I think Coach Metzel gave him the signal that the penalty is going to be declined, but he still has not made a call. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'll let her see if he comes back and now makes a call here.
Okay, they were talking about where to spot the ball. Yeah, that's where he ran out of bounds. He ran out of bounds.
That was 4 minutes of our lives that we're never going to get back for a declined penalty.
Yeah, he that's where he stepped out of bounds. So that's what they were talking about, is where he stepped out. So 4th and 15, and the punter is going to be standing on his own 12-yard line. So Gilmer is guaranteed good field position here no matter what. As Brennan Webb stands back, high punt, a nice punt, fair catch by Brennan Webb, and he catches it right there on the 37-yard line. So Gilmer taking over with excellent field position.
Now, Jeff, far be it from me to play the role of a Matt Turner and call the shot, but to Eric Tate's run by too many guys not to go back to that play. At some point, Eric Tate's fixing to catch a touchdown pass here, and I'm not sure that it won't be on a first down.
Yeah, I would do it here first down. That's what they did the first play of the game. And they're
singled up man.
I can't believe they're not putting a safety over the top. They will after this play possibly. Quarterback keeper left side. He's got room. Cuts back up the middle of the field, spinning and running and all the way across midfield to the 40-yard line. And Caden Tennyson showing what he can do with his legs.
Yeah, nice run, and that's the second run of the night for Caden that he's run with authority. I mean, he is running.
That looks like
Brandon Tennyson.
That looked like Caden Tennyson in the last few years that we've seen him when he wants to run the ball. And that's a handoff and immediately dropped for a loss. That handoff was to number 27 in the backfield. That's the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, that's Adrian Jimerson. And he comes from a long and distinguished gene pool himself, as we've had lots of Jimersons. And we got the end of the first quarter, Jeff. 7-7 tie, Buckeyes on the march. We will come right back after these messages.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, we are back. It is the second quarter, and it is a tie ball game, 7-7. Buckeyes have the ball, and they are driving. 2nd and 12. Tennyson rolls to his right. Heavy pressure, has to throw it away. Wisely. Buckeye fans want a roughing the passer call.
Yeah, I think that was a clean play. And
yeah, they're not going to get it.
I'm not sure what Caden was thinking there. Instead of stepping up in the pocket, instead of bouncing outside, was that linebacker number 4 has really been blitzing off the corner. The Lindale coaching staff wisely watching film and watching what's happened in the last 2 weeks. Brings up 3rd and long, but probably 4-down territory here for the Buckeyes.
All right, empty back set, empty backfield. Here's the snap. Tennyson dropping back, launches one, wide open, touchdown.
That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, if he throws that pass to Eric, there's already been 3 touchdown passes in this game. That is his longtime classmate there, Jeremiah Noble, from Caden Tennyson, and that won't be the last time that you hear that combination, as the Buckeyes take the lead 13-7 in one play. They brought pressure, Lindale did. The Buckeye offensive line doing a good job picking it up and gave Caden all the time he needed. And Jeremiah just did a Eric Tate impersonation and ran right by his guy and caught that touchdown pass like it was practice.
All right, here comes the snap. Kick is up and good. So Buckeyes now on top, 14-7 with 11:46 left to play. We'll be right back.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. Buckeyes set to kick off. 11:46 left to play in the first half. Gilmer 14, Lindale 7, and that offensive possession looked like the Buckeyes that we knew would show up in this game.
Yeah, you called it, Jeff. I mean, and really, once the Buckeyes get a 2-score lead, good luck. I mean, Lindale is a good football team. That's what you're seeing now. If you would have seen that against Chapel Hill, it'd have been a totally different story. Although, you remember that? I mean, Chapel Hill will remember how many points the Buckeyes put up. Once again, we kick it out of bounds.
I think this is probably intentional. Evidently, I mean, Braden is a very precise kicker. So I'm not sure what the strategy is, but I'm sure it's strategy. So
Let's see if Lindale opts to take it at the 30 once again. There's a lot of confidence in this Black Flag defense, and rightly so, as they have just played well, Jeff. I mean, they just came off the field after getting off the field on a 4th down conversion. First play, Caden throws an interception. They go back on the field, get them into a 4th down situation again, and they played a lot of snaps in that first quarter, and they played very, very well. The last possession, they brought the safeties up in the box and really have sniffed out the run and opted to play man-to-man outside and just dared Lindale to throw it on them. And Thurman's had no answer so far. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st and 10 at the 35 from Lindale.
All right, here's the snap, handoff up the middle, going back to what works for them, and they're good for 5 yards. I mean, I wouldn't change it.
I tell you, me and you, Mike, could run behind number 75. He is a road grader out there. He is.
Well, that whole
as
offensive,
advertised.
I mean, the whole offensive line is, look at him. Look at this big 54 over here. The right tackle is as big as he is.
The center is about 6'1", 270, and he looks like the dwarf out there.
Yeah, they're just massive.
2 guys that are 6'6", over 300 pounds on their offensive line.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback keeper, left side. Got room to run, and he just gets smacked by number 24, Ector, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, they move the chains, which is what they want to do. Take the air out of the ball and just run the clock. 40-second play clock here. They are using literally every bit of it on every snap. 1st and 10, they move the chains out to their own 45-yard line.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to 0. And again, right over that left tackle. Good for about 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Coach
It's kind of, you know, it works for them. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah, Coach Edwards is
There's nothing exciting about watching this offense of Lindale.
You saw Coach Edwards pretty much when he wants to bring the linebackers up and stops all of this with penetration. But you got to keep them honest.
You got to keep them honest. They'll dump it over the top of you
exactly
if you don't.
Right.
Here's the snap. And right there, looking downfield, launches a nice pass.
Great coverage by Bird.
Good coverage by Bird. Clean. And he's got a big 6'3", 6'4" receiver over there. And they're just going to try to put it up on top of Bird. That was a well-thrown ball. I think if the receiver had really gotten aggressive and got after it.
Well, Bird is right in his hip pocket and did not have to make a play on the ball.
Well, but he was on the outside.
That's right. That's
right. You know, he was stride for
inside,
stride, but he was outside.
Trouble. Yep. Once again, 3rd down and long for the Buckeyes. And if they can get off the field here, that will be their 3rd stop, which is just all you can ask for from this defense.
All right, we got some motion up front. I think they're going to say offensive line moved.
Yeah, I think big number 75 there, or the guard that was right beside him, did jump off sides. The center. They call it on the center.
Okay. That's going to back them up 5.
As I heard an NFL referee say the other day, illegal procedure on everybody but the center. Otherwise known as a legal snap.
Yeah.
All that means is that the center thinks he's going to snap it and changes his mind because he realizes he missed the snap count, so he stops. So it's almost like kind of a check swing, and you can't do that when you're the center. You can't even move the football, and that's an illegal snap. But it backs up Lindale to a 3rd and 12, and pretty obvious here what's going to happen. They're going to
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. They bring a slot man in. They hand it off, left side. Fake it. Quarterback keeps it. He's headed to the house for a score. He will take it all the way in. He fooled me. They sold that one to the right side in a big way, and their little quarterback just scampers down the left side. That was a really well-done play.
Yeah, nobody saw that, and I'm not even sure that the back, judging from his reaction, I think he thought he was going to get the ball, and the quarterback just pulled it and hit it, and he was outside and gone before anybody in black.
He was 20 yards downfield before I knew where the ball was.
Literally. Great play by Thurman, the quarterback, to bring Lindale within 1 point of time this game with 10:06 left in the first half.
Yeah, that was well done.
Yeah, 3rd down and 12. That is the play of the game at this point, Jeff, as the extra point is up, and it is good. Tie ball game. And we will see what happens in the last 10 minutes of this first half when we come back right after these messages.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact the customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
All right, we are back. Jeff Traylor Stadium. Lindale scored. It's 14-all.
Jeff, just a brief update. Jeff Traylor pulling Jeff Traylor in San Antonio. UTSA scores to make the score 23-21. He onside kicks. They're unpiling right now, and it looks like UTSA.
Are they trailing now?
They're trailing by 2 points.
Yeah, I told you they'd come back. They'll get it. All right, Lindale lining up in kind of a weird kickoff formation. And they come right down the middle, pick it up on the run, number 24, Hector, and they drag him down on the 30. That sure was a weird little formation. I don't know that I would do that and then punch it down the middle with the speed on the Gilmer side of the ball. That was interesting.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to do that a lot. So, once
again,
I
hope they do.
The dangerous offense, and Jeff, I tell you, you can really see, and Gilmer's had this reputation forever since Coach Traylor brought the offense here, and you had OJ, run the offense. He's now on the offensive staff for the Buckeyes. He was the first quarterback that Jeff Traylor had here, and it's a quarterback-centric offense. And when Caden Tennyson plays well, so do the Buckeyes.
All right, handoff, number 1, Henderson, and he is just tripped up. If he hadn't been, that's a big gain around the right side, but unfortunately, he gets tripped up. That is going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, the only person that had a bigger heart attack than the outside linebacker trying to hold on to number 1 was his coach, who's up here in the press box.
Tennyson in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to pass. And pass, I guess you could say it was intended there for Jeremiah Noble.
Well, that was an in and out route with Noble and Webb both in this side, and Caden kind of threw it right between both of them. He just threw it to a spot. He was getting some pressure and really didn't set his feet, and that's really where Caden has issues, is when he does not set his feet. One of the things that Coach Lane works on him the most with. Now 3rd and long, now he's going to have to set his feet and deliver a first down here for the Buckeyes.
All right, Tennyson dropping back, got pressure, dodges one tackler. He's got room up the middle. Bounces out to the left side, got some blockers. Down the field he goes. And finally knocked out of bounds at the 30. Nice run there by Tennyson.
Yeah, and he's running hard. I mean, he is running with a purpose. And again, they're bringing pressure, but we've got a flag down. That's going to be a hold, and that's going to bring that one all the way back for the Buckeyes. That is just a backbreaker.
Well, we just haven't been able to catch a break these last 3 games with these, big plays getting called back for holds or. So that, unfortunately, instead of being 3rd and 8, that is going to back them up. It's going to be 3rd and 18.
Well, Caden Tennyson flipped the field there with that scramble, but
do it again.
Here's the good news: number 3 is on the field, and as long as Eric Tate is out there and they play them with no safety over the top, Jeff, you can go back to that play pretty much anytime you want.
Caden's best pass is a post or a crossing route. I'd send Tarek right across the middle of the field. Let him throw it right in the middle of that G, and that'll be 6 points. And that's exactly what they're doing to number 13, Jeremiah Noble. That's the play that's hard to stop from Gilmer right there.
You called it. You absolutely called it. That's just the post route, and they use to Eric underneath on the underneath route.
Metzel, trust me, does not listen to my play calling. I promise you he's not listening.
Big throw and catch there from the 2 juniors. Caden Tennyson to Jeremiah Noble for the first down.
Looked like offsides on the defense. Handoff right on the left side. Will Henderson Down the field he scampers and drug down on the 21.
Yeah.
Nice run there.
I tell you what, I am so glad that I never had to play against somebody that ran 10-2. That's just not fair. I mean, you are looking at a guy 8 yards away thinking, I got to move 2 yards before he gets to me. And by the time you think about stepping in that direction, Will Henderson's running by you. 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
All right, momentum with the Buckeyes. Dropping back, looking to pass. And that was, pass was intended to Eric. It was thrown a little short. He tried to go over the top and catch that, hit the defender, and hit the ground.
Caden's just got to throw that up a little bit higher because there's nobody on the field that's going to stop Eric from climbing the ladder and going to get that ball.
Yeah, just a little fade pass.
It is the corner out there trying to cover him man-to-man. Looks like he's about 5'10", and Caden kind of hit him in the back of the head with a ball. 2nd and 10 now for the Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Henderson lowers his head. Picks up about 5 yards. Nice run there. They're going to give him about 4, 3rd and 6.
14-14 our score here as big Aaron Bell comes into the game. 8:05 left to play here in this first half. And the Buckeyes really have played well, but just misfired on a couple of things and gotten fooled on defense a couple of times. But otherwise, I think Coach Metz has got to be very happy with this effort in the first half.
There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. They intended it to be a keeper, but number 4 does a great job getting penetration and getting a hand on Tennyson. That was just a good heads-up defensive play.
Yeah, that's Carson Plunkett. He was a captain, and his job the entire night is to tackle number 11. That he is an outside spy. He plays to the wide side of the field. He's coming almost on every single play. 4th down and 10, and the Buckeyes, no hesitation, are going to go for it here. And there is a myriad of things that you can do.
Yeah, they'll pick it up. This is going to be the clutch guy down here. Watch the bottom of your screen, number 13. Inside route. Dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that slant
route.
That's
his first reception of the game.
Yeah, it is. That slant route is just not fair.
That's the pass that Tennyson throws best. It's hard to defend, first of all, and that 15-yard, 20-yard crossing path is his best bet every time. He's just very accurate with it. He's comfortable throwing the ball there, and that handoff to Henderson goes nowhere. 2nd and goal from the 5.
That may be one that Tennyson should have kept right there. We'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Anything Henderson wide here would make me happy. Get him out there in that green grass. They just got too much size in the middle. There's the snap. He bounces out to the right side, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Ran over a linebacker on that. That is a hard-nosed run there for a 2nd touchdown of the night. The Tomahawk, Will Henderson, lowers the boom on the linebacker and bowls his way into the end zone for the Buckeyes. 20-14 lead with the extra point left to come.
He hits inside and cuts outside.
Yeah, if he had to cut outside, that was a dive play, but there was nothing there, and he wisely bounced outside, and that's what we're talking about. Let him get out there in that green grass, big field, get as much space between players as possible. He's going to win that battle 9 out of 10 times. There's the hold, and looks like it's a good kick, so Buckeyes back on top with 6:12 left to play in the first half. It is 21-14. Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
And we're back to the action after a 5-play, 70-yard drive there for the Buckeyes. Ends in a touchdown by Will the Tomahawk Henderson. And the Buckeyes go up 21-14 with 6:12 left to play. And the defense really has played well. Really got faked out on that last play, Jeff. Great play by Thurman, the quarterback. Let's see if Peyton
Yeah,
can keep it in bounds.
they're gonna kick this one deep. Fielded on the 5. Back out to the 20, the 25, and out to the 30. Not a bad return there by Lindale.
We want to send a special shout out as well to the general of the Buckeye Army, and that would be Alan's little brother, who is literally a general in the Army. That's Neil Metzel, who's listening to us every week.
That was not a play on words.
It was not. He is an actual general, and 2-star, I think, now as well, as Coach Metzel and General Metzel. You got to think strategically, they pretty much have the advantage no matter what they're doing.
That's right. Trip receivers to the left side, one to the right, one back in the backfield. Buckeyes 4-man down on the defensive line. Man in motion. Quarterback drops back, wants to pass, dumps it out to number 0, who's hit instantly, but we don't wrap up. We just hit him. You got to wrap him up as he takes the hit and then gets, 10 yards down the field.
That's Colby Webb on the hit out there, playing that corner safety position. And that's a good read, but to your point, Jeff, that is just a good pitch and catch. Number 0 is Parker for the Lindale Eagles. He is the running back, and he's a big boy, and he keeps his legs turning.
All right. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's good for 3 yards on that one. If I had that offensive line, I'd do the same thing they do. Just run it up the middle all night.
They're well coached, Jeff. They are a
They
very
always are.
disciplined, well-coached
They always
team.
are. They're always hard to play.
And they hang around and hang around and hang around just like they're doing now and keep it close to the end. But it's hard to answer the firepower that the Buckeyes bring to the table.
All right, quick pitch to the left side. And where did that gap come from? I thought they were going to hit him instantly. He gets a good 7 yards on the run. That's going to be about 6 yards. That's going to be too short for the first down, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, you see the 6 foot 4 inch, 305 pound guy that's right there where the ball stopped. That's where that gap came from.
Yeah.
He is
that
just
little
so
quick
impressive.
pitch though. That was something. All right, here's the snap. Handoff, fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper this time on the right side, and he is drugged down from behind by Braden Pate.
Moves the chains. And this just wears on the defense too, Jeff. That big 4-man front that is outmanned by an extra man, but that extra man's probably an extra 300 pounds they got to deal with.
Quarterback goes to the air, and the receiver just trips over his own feet, and that ball's going to fall incomplete.
And let's see, they're going to stops the clock with 4:03 left here to play in this first half. So the Buckeyes still have all 3 of their timeouts left. And if this is a stop, Jeff, look for Coach Metzel to start.
Oh, he'll go to the air. Quarterback keeper, right side, big hole. Drugged down after a gain of 8. And their quarterback, not a big guy. He looks like he's maybe 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, he is
probably 150 pounds, but he can scamper.
Yeah, he's 80% of their offense, and he is a really, really tough-nosed kid. Let's see if the Buckeyes decide to really bring some pressure and get some penetration, because they can run that quarterback keeper for 3 or 4 yards pretty much anytime they want. And they keep the clock and keep the chains moving as long as number 8 is just running behind that big offensive line. They shift back over behind 75 now. Guess where
to the wide side of the field. Hand off to 0, and he's good about hitting that hole. Look at this guy. Bounces outside, headed to the end zone, and they bring him down on the 2. That's a hard run right there. Should have been down after about a 6-yard gain, and he just does a good job of keeping his feet under him. Nice run.
You said it, Jeff. You got to tackle. You got to make sure that you tackle those guys. Gives Lindale 1st and goal from the Buckeye 3-yard line.
Here's the snap. Handoff to 0 once again.
No, that's a quarterback keeper.
Oh, that was a keeper, and they just slammed him to the turf. That was number 44. Is that Trey?
Yeah, that's Cameron Brown.
Cameron Brown. Trey's 42.
Brings up 2nd down and 3 now. And I would expect for Lindale to continue to run clock and try their best. I mean, Jeff, this is an absolute coup for them if they can get into halftime with a tie score, which you remember they did exactly the same thing last year in Lindale. Tie ball game going into half.
Well, watch the left side of your screen. They're going to go to the right side, and the quarterback gets in for the score.
Yeah, just tough running.
Tough running.
The Lindale Eagles just don't go down when you hit them. You're going to have to grab them and put them on the ground. The unfortunate part is they left the Buckeyes 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Well, the game here is size on the Lindale Eagles side. There's just grind it and speed on the Buckeye side.
That's exactly right.
And we're going to see which one is going to come out on top. So far, it's been quid pro quo here tonight. Kick is up and good.
We got a tie game again.
Yep, when we come back, we got 2:17. See if the Buckeyes can get it in the end zone and go in at halftime on top.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
Okay, we're back to the action. 2:17 left to play in this first half. 21-21. So far, Lindale doing a great job battling against the Buckeyes, just lining up smash mouth football. It's been all about that line of scrimmage and their size versus our speed.
Yeah, and they're tough nose running. Their quarterback and their running back, Jeff, they just will not go down if you don't put them down. And the Buckeyes coming up and making contact and hitting them, but they're not just falling over for them. They keep their legs moving. And if we're counting yards after contact, yak yards, so to speak, the Lindale Eagles really racking that up.
All right, got a little short pooch kick. Received by number 3, Tarek Tate. Comes down left sideline. And he's wrapped up at the 40 and thrown down. Buckeye fans hollering because it looked violent, but it was certainly clean. Nice tackle there by Lindale.
Well, the thing about tackling Tarek Tate is you got to catch him first. And
yeah, he just had nowhere to go there. Yeah, exactly. He did.
So 2:05 left to play in the first half, which is probably about a minute and a half more than the Buckeyes really need.
Yeah, they're going to go to the air right off the bat and move the ball down the field. Look for them to score pretty quick here.
Empty set for the Buckeyes.
Motion, Henderson. And he launches one downfield wide open.
That's Tarek Tate.
And Tarek Tate wisely catches the ball first, doesn't take off running until he makes the catch, and he's down to the 18-yard line, and that was a very wise play.
Yeah, Caden threw it up and forgot that it was Tarek because he had to stop and catch it. He was wide open, but it does not take long between number 11 and number 3 to get into the red zone. 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap. Passing again. And wide open. No, overthrown. That's that same play. We have scored a lot right there with Jeremiah coming across the middle.
That was another one there. If that doesn't sail a little bit on Caden.
Could have been picked.
Yeah, that is fortunate for the Buckeyes that that one drops harmlessly in the end zone. But 1:43 left to play in the half, and the Buckeyes 2nd down and 10 from the Lindale 18-yard line. Let's see if we don't go to the run here.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to dump it to Henderson out of the backfield. Everybody picks up their blocks, score, and no flags on the play. Boy, they did a good job picking up the blocks out here on this receiving crew down here did a good job.
Yeah, let's call out those numbers. That's Brendan Webb, number 7, and Alex Sims, number 2, who were wide out here. They just cleared that off along with Bell, number 0. And as soon as Will catches that one, he's really already scored. As that is, just as we said, Jeff, they had 2:15 left 4 plays ago when they started that drive. There's still 1:36 left. So maybe Coach Metzel onsides it right here and pulls a Jeff Traylor. He is going to have a little bit of time here as Pate comes in and kicks the extra point, and the Buckeyes go back up 7 points. Still 1:36 left to play in the first half. Let's see what happens. The Buckeyes will get the ball to start the second half. We'll be right back.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
All right, here we are. 1:36 left to play in this first half. Gilmer back up on top, 28-21. It's just been a volley back and forth. Both teams doing a good job executing their game plan here tonight so far.
Yeah, this is going to sound like a homer statement, Jeff, but it is actually the truth for anybody that's really watched the football game. So far, Lindale has not been able to stop Gilmer. Gilmer has stopped Gilmer. And Gilmer has given Lindale the opportunity to stay in this game, because this could very easily be one of those 42-7 games. It just comes down to just missing some little opportunities and executing. But nevertheless, Lindale is a tough-nosed football team, and they've done a great job staying in it. Let's see what happens here.
All right, Pate puts one down to the 12-yard line. See if the kicking team can get a good cover here. Got a good tackle there. It looked like that was number 33 on the tackle.
That's Andrew Davis, junior, coming up and making that tackle there. That's going to start Lindale about their own 36-yard line. All 3 timeouts now in play. Let's see if Coach Metzel decides that this one needs to go in at halftime, knowing he's going to get the ball to start the second half, trying to be up 1 score. And Lindale, you know, they're going to ground and pound, and it's hard for them to score even with 3 timeouts left. They've got to drive the length of the field, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. They've broken a couple of long runs, but because the Buckeyes, really hadn't tackled well. So let's see how this pace goes here the last minute, 36 seconds.
All right, quick pass. Complete, number 88. Gets downfield, bobbing and weaving, does a good job. He picks up almost 10 yards. And that's going to move the chains. Nope, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a short one right here in front of us at the 45-yard line.
Gilmer wants to hold them scoreless here. Go in at halftime 7 ahead. We get the ball back first in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to pass, fires a bullet out to the flat. Number 88 once again gets the big first down and all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's the best pass he's thrown all night, Jeff. He sets his feet and just puts it right on the money to number 88, who just runs a stop route in front of the corner. They're going to play quickly now into Buckeye territory.
All right, quarterback keeper, and they are going to bring him down after maybe a gain of 1.
Lindale takes the timeout.
1:02 left on the clock. And number 8 showing he can throw the football.
Yeah, he's when he sets his feet, he's also a very good baseball player, but when he sets his feet and doesn't really get a lot of pressure, it's when he's got to move around and throw on the run. that those balls seem to sail on him a little bit. He's overthrown probably 3 or 4 passes tonight already. But if he can get them down the field here and score, it's going to be a huge advantage for Lindale to stay in this game because, as you mentioned, Jeff, the Buckeyes get the ball to start the second half. And I would expect for Coach Metzel and that coaching staff to really kind of get the Buckeyes' attention coming into the second half. So if I'm right about that, the Buckeyes are going to come out very focused and go to right down the field 3 or 4 plays and score. If that's a 2-score game, it's a whole lot different on Lindale than if that makes it a 1-score game. If they can stay within striking distance, the longer that they can stretch this game out, a lot like the game last year, they're going to take their chances in the fourth quarter and try their best to try to get an onside kick or have something happen. But the Buckeyes really need to get a stop here with 1 minute and 4 seconds left, second down from the Buckeye 39-yard line. And as you say, Thurman showed on this last couple of plays that he can throw the football.
Well, look for him to throw it again. They don't want to eat the clock up before they have a chance to get downfield. So more than likely they're going to go to the air again. They're going to go over the top, and that is overthrown. That'll stop the clock. Once again, 1 minute left to play in the first half. Third and 9.
Now if you're Lindale, this is what you don't want to do because Gilmer's got all 3 timeouts. It's now 3rd and long. They're going to go to the air here. If it's an incomplete pass, you stop the clock. If you run the ball here, Jeff, you are going to go for it on 4th down, except for Coach Metzel has all 3 timeouts. So kind of a pick your poison right here for Lindale if they don't figure out how to move the chains.
All right, quarterback keeper, left side. He's got room. Picks up the first down so they keep this drive alive. And that's going to help them eat the rest of this time off the clock. And that's a gutsy call. They've done that a couple of times tonight with him.
That is a huge play.
On what should have been a passing down.
As the Buckeyes have a man down right now, that looks like Ector, I think, number 24. But 51 seconds left and a huge first down into the red zone, or on the doorstep of the red zone. And that's exactly where Lindale wants to be able to take their timeouts. They can manage this clock until the end and try to get points here. Even if it's a field goal, it's going to be huge for Lindale. And that was a big play to give up right there as they got gashed by quarterback keeper, which they've run every single time. That's about 80% of their offense.
That's their 3rd down play. 3rd and long? Oh, send
quarterback keeper.
Yeah, quarterback keeper.
Of course, when you got an offensive line that half of them can suit up on Sundays, it's an easy call. When you got a hard-nosed runner there at quarterback, but the Buckeye black flag going to have to bow their neck here. A turnover would be awesome. Lindale is very, very stingy, and they take care of the football. They don't turn it over often.
They're going to blow that dead. That's going to be an illegal procedure and back them up 5.
That is a big call right there, Jeff, because most likely takes them out of field goal range, and another 8 seconds runs off the clock.
Yeah, they're showing pass there. They got 46 seconds left to play. And so that's going to be 1st and 15 now.
And that may be the secret for Lindale. Throw the ball on 1st and 2nd down, and if you get into the 3rd and long, just run the quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper. 3rd and 20, quarterback keeper. Guy's got some wheels. He can run. So let's see what they do here. They're obviously they showed going to the air on the last play. They'll have to go to the air. They got 4 tries for the end zone in only 46 seconds. It'd be foolish to run.
Well, it's a Tyler officiating crew, and this is one of the longest timeouts that is not a timeout that I've seen because the white hat is.
With the coaches on the field.
Yeah, you got.
I think they may have called another one.
On the offense.
We know that already.
All right.
Under 1 minute, the offense has advised to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff.
Okay, so that is a special rule. That is a good call by the referee. So there is an automatic 10-second runoff. So there is an automatic 10-second runoff if it is an offensive penalty, or you have to take a timeout if you're the offense, if you want to save that time. And Lindale elects to wind the clock back to 51 seconds, which is where it was when they started the play, but it was a penalty. So they could have accepted the penalty and elected not to take a timeout, and it still would have been 46 seconds. So they elected
They want the time.
I want the time. I'll burn the time out.
But that just shows you they're going to.
Now they're going to throw.
They have to throw 4 times.
One
right
timeout left, 51 seconds. They're going to have to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, I mean they could run once, I suppose, but they're fixing to put this in the air.
Yeah, so far it's been a volleyball match in the second quarter, Jeff. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. We've got a 28-21 score, Buckeyes lead. And in that volley, so to speak, the Buckeyes are holding serve so far, but they got to keep Lindale out of the end zone here.
All right, here comes the snap. Dropping back to pass. Going for the end zone. And incomplete. Not a bad pass. It was right off his fingertips. Fairly well thrown ball.
And not bad coverage by the Buckeyes, just a little bit overthrown. And now they've got 2nd down and 15 and 46 seconds left. As we got another penalty. Now that's offsides against Gilmer. Oh my goodness.
All right, so they're marking off 5 yards.
So puts them back into field goal range, Jeff. 2nd down and 9, and now probably with 1 timeout, the run is back in play. And see if it's quarterback draw here.
All right, dropping back to pass, looking for the end zone. Got a man, and he's got the catch. Nice out route there on the 3-yard line. So all of a sudden, 1st and goal, 40 seconds. And they've got 4 tries to punch this in the end zone, which they'll more than likely be able to do behind that big offensive line.
Yeah, but Jeff, out of bounds now. They're going to leave the Buckeyes time to put it back.
Well, they're going to try to eat as much time as they can if they don't score on this.
If they don't score on the 1st down, it's 1st and goal from the 4.
You almost want to let them score right here.
That's almost right. And they got
handoff,
no problem doing
and
that.
They get in the end zone for the score. So Buckeyes will have 37 seconds left, which is plenty of time.
About 25 more than they need. Especially if you kick it to number 3 again. You kick it to Eric Tate, you're kind of taking your life in your hands. But you got to hand it to Lindale. They've scored every single time they've touched the ball here in the second quarter. And they've drawn back even here with the extra point left to come.
Well, they've only punted, what, once tonight?
That's right.
Kick is up and good. And so Lindale back in this game, just refusing to go away. We'll be right back.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
All right, folks, we are back. And Lindale battling back, 28-28 with 37 seconds. This will be an exciting 37 seconds, I promise.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff.
Because Buckeyes are going to be putting it in the air. They are going to be slinging it all over the yard.
Yeah, to Eric Tate and Brendan Webb back deep, and they've elected to pooch kick the last couple of times. I would consider kicking it out of bounds right here. Buckeyes have 2 timeouts left, and that is a big weapon that they have with 37 seconds. Let's see what kind of return they get. That's really going to dictate, I think, what Coach Metzel does.
All right.
Kick it to Tarek Tate, my gosh.
Yeah, they're going to kick it to Tarek on about the 20. And Tarek comes back. He's looking for a gap to turn on the Jets. And it wasn't there, and he just gets drugged down around the 31.
Well, if it let's see if they don't play a 3-deep safety look with guys all over the top 20 yards deep here to try to keep the Buckeyes from just going over the top of them, because Lindale has dodged 5 bullets in the first half, gotten hit by a couple of them in terms of the deep ball, and yes, they will. They'll play a 6-man or 6 DBs with safeties over the top here, but I'm not sure it really matters. I think they'll just run right by them.
All right, they're going to dump it out of the backfield, and they did a good job of coming up as Henderson makes his way downfield.
Gets out of bounds, takes 10 seconds off the clock, 27 seconds left, but they get it all the way out to the 37-yard line. Clock stops. Probably time for about 4 more plays here.
Yeah,
Jeff.
you got to get downfield. I mean, everything's got to be downfield. Here's the snap. Dropping back, launches one, and that is just a poorly thrown ball that was intended for Webb, but it could have been picked.
Yeah, Caden didn't set his feet. He just kind of took 1, 2, 3 and threw it to a spot. I don't even think he really saw where Brennan was going to be. There was safeties rolling to that side of the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive backs.
I'm saying we need to, this is where that post route comes in. Just something right across the middle. That's where he's most comfortable. They're going to hand it to Henderson. Henderson scampers down the sideline, picks up the first down. 15 seconds left.
Gets it all the way out to the 46-yard line into Lindale territory, as Army has scored again and really makes it a tough hill to climb for Jeff Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners. It is 37-21 now. The deficit, 6:45 left in this football game. So the Buckeyes now with 15 seconds and 2 timeouts left. Of course, you can open up the entire field there in the middle. Look for Webb over the middle here.
Yeah, that's what we need, is something right over the middle. And they tried to hit Webb over the middle, and that's going to fall incomplete. 11 seconds.
Yeah, and once again, number 4 comes around the corner to hit Caden Tennyson. And you'll have time for about 2 more plays here. One of those might be a field goal, Jeff, if you can get to the right spot. And kind of the bread and butter go-to play is just throw it up to number 3 and let him go get it.
All right, dropping back across the middle. Tarek Tate, number 3. And need to stop the clock. Get down, Tarek. Get the turf. And 0 time.
Yeah,
that's one of those you catch it and hit a knee.
0 seconds left. That is Coach Metzel with 4 seconds left is in the face of the referee saying timeout, timeout,
yeah,
timeout.
I think they'll bring him back.
Yeah, they're not going to get away with this one. This is going to be time for one more play. Now that is Coach Metzel is calling timeout the entire time.
And the crowds come alive on both sides of the ball.
There is no way. That is an absolute hosing. Coach
and Alan Metzel was out there and he said, I was yelling at you.
I was in your face calling timeout, and they literally ignored him. That is just a travesty right there.
All right, well, we're going to go in tied 28-28. We will be back here in a little while with some stats for you and the second half of play.
Aaron Bell, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Will Henderson, senior, running back and quarterback.
Elias Castillo, senior, inside linebacker, fullback.
Jamar Bird, 2024, receiver and corner. Hey, let's get it.
Terry Tate, senior, wide receiver and DB.
Damari Hackett, senior, number 5. Hey, we out here.
Connor Dodd, senior, wide receiver and safety.
Brendan Webb, junior, receiver, DB.
Alex Sims, junior, running back, outside linebacker.
Jaden Edmond, senior, quarterback, free safety.
Caden Tennyson, class of 2025, quarterback.
Taj Manson, junior, receiver, DB. Jeremiah Noble, junior, outside linebacker, receiver.
Dervay Smith, senior, running back and outside linebacker.
Micah Easley, junior, wide receiver, safety. Let's roll.
Harrison Lofton, senior, outside linebacker, hooker.
Grayson Bates, fullback, inside linebacker.
Jordan Escalante, junior, quarterback, outside backer. Bentley Trainer, receiver in the corner.
Will Gross, senior, inside receiver, cornerback. Go Bucks.
Amari Morton, junior, receiver DB.
Josiah Merrill, junior, running back, outside linebacker. Atavian Prom Hector, sophomore, running back, and safety.
Kobe Webb, senior, receiver, outside backer.
Devin McDonald, sophomore, middle linebacker, fullback.
Daedrian Jimerson, junior, running back, corner.
Nick Zimmerman, senior, fullback, linebacker.
Luke Hollyfield, senior, fullback, middle linebacker. Mason Denton, junior, middle linebacker and fullback.
Braden Pate, junior, outside linebacker.
Jerry Dean, junior, middle linebacker.
Nehemiah Henderson, senior, inside linebacker, fullback. Leno Diaz, senior, fullback, inside linebacker.
I'm senior, Duhai, junior, running back, corner.
Noah Connets, junior, wide receiver, cornerback.
Max Walker, junior, wide receiver, safety.
Cameron Brown, senior, D-line.
Hudson Wynn, junior, D-line.
Jeff Bates, sophomore, offensive line, defensive line.
Justin Jones, senior, inside backer and wide receiver.
Griffin Hill, senior, defensive end and tight end.
Tyler Hagler, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Ezekiel Aguilar, senior, O-line, D-line.
Justin Anderson, offensive line, defensive line.
Alex again, junior, O-line, D-line.
Ryan Andrews, junior, O-line, D-line.
Senior, Sean Wallace, offensive line, D-line, number 55. Nathan McVicker, O-line, D-line, sophomore.
Aiden Summers, O-line, D-line, junior, 2025.
Spencer Murphy, senior, O-line, D-line. Chance Walker, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
My name is Terrence Wahim. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Felipe Rocha, I'm a junior, I play offensive line and defensive line.
Hunter Burney, O-line, D-line. I'm a junior.
Lucas Cano, junior, O-line, D-line.
My name is Fernando Delgado. I'm a junior, and I play D-line.
Jeremy Pilcher, senior, offensive line.
Logan Thornley, I'm a junior. I play inside receiver and outside linebacker.
wanna let me get out. I'ma put you on a bitch, you gotta sit out. Hit the street and had a block going crazy. Mama say I'm playing with my life and can't nobody save me up. I got steez, they can't mess with my technique, yeah. I'm a OG boy, don't disrespect me, yeah. Roll with me, I had your whole gang quarantine. Get the mobs and leave your block spotless like I'm Mr. Clean, ooh. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Now 2021, they run the bands. Living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man, yeah. I'm the man, that's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man, yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man, yeah. That's right, yeah. Gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. Yeah, you had a chance and now you lost. Hey, that's expensive. What it cost? I don't look, I just floss. I be dripping like I'm Voss. Hit the mall and bought it all. All my diamonds clear. Blue diamonds is flawless. I could be a designer. You could shop up in my closet. Yeah, all my pieces custom. You can't go find it at Target. On the crib with my wallet. And I ain't even pay the deposit. Yeah, what now? We pull up with no sticks. Bust down. Oh, thought he really thick. Bust down. Me and her are not the same. She do splits. I need 100% cause I got commas on my ring. Yeah, commas. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Yeah. Now 2021, they bring them bands. I've been living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man. Yeah, that's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man. Yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
The star of the week is Rihanna Finch. The stars perform a palm routine too. Come on, feel the noise. awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Gilmer Independent School District is proud to present one of the most decorated military marching bands in Texas, the pride of Osher County, the UIL Sweepstakes Award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band. And now we feature the GHS Majorettes as they perform a twirl routine to the Fall Out Boy hit, Light 'Em Up. The Buckeye Band is proud to march the traditional American military style under the field command of drum majors Mia Stowe and Aubrey Gilmer. The band steps off to Declaration Fanfare by Larry Ward, the University of North Dakota and the New Corn Palace by Carl Keene, Joyce's 71st New York Regiment March by Boyer, and Anchors Away, arranged by Larry Ward. Brandon Garman, Chris Witt, Sarah Thompson, and Kaylee Cochran. Major sponsors Allison Logan. Thank you for all of your kind attention to all of tonight's halftime performances, and go Buckeyes!
And we're back here at the Gilmer Buckeye halftime show where we're tied 28-28. We will review a few of our halftime statistics here. As in that second quarter, every single possession by both teams ended in a touchdown, and only one single possession for the Buckeyes was more than 1 minute long. That was a 3-minute and 54-second touchdown drive. Every other drive was less than 4 plays and less than a minute. As we've got the halftime statistics, as Tennyson is 11. Let me make sure that I've got this right. Let me turn the light on so I can see. So he's 8 completions out of 19 attempts, 2 touchdowns and an interception for 172 yards. Will Henderson's rushed 8 times for 118 yards. That's 14.8 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, he has absolutely been the star of the show for the Buckeyes in the first half. In the meantime, Will Henderson's got 1 catch for a touchdown. To Eric Tate's got 3 receptions for 86 yards. And Jeremiah Noble has got 2 receptions for a touchdown. And the Buckeyes have got 8 total completions for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lindale, on the other hand, 6 of 12 passing for only 68 yards. Obviously, from a rushing standpoint, the quarterback, Thurman, has rushed for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has outrushed number 1, Will Henderson, in the first half as the Lindale Eagles feel like they really have accomplished something in tying these Buckeyes up. And Jeff, as you said, it's really the size of Lindale against the speed of Gilmer. Lindale is going to have to kick the ball off to the Buckeyes to start this second half, and we will see if the speed of the Buckeyes can get at least a score up and keep that pressure on the Lindale Eagles to keep trying to score.
Well, it seems like, Todd, the way it's going right now, you're going to either have to stop them, we're going to have to force a punt on, either team, basically, or a turnover for somebody to jump out ahead, because it's been a 1 touchdown game, back and forth. So Buckeyes are going to have to figure out how to stop that offense and return serve and get up ahead a couple of touchdowns. Or if we do this all night long, it'll be a matter of clock management and who gets the ball last.
Yeah, and I do not see Tarek Tate back deep for the Buckeyes. And I don't see Tarek. He is okay. You remember that hard tackle that he got that was kind of landing him back on his head. And let's hope that everything is okay with Mr. Tate.
All right, squib kick, bouncing around, picked up. Nice job there picking it up. Number 24, Ector, left side, coming back down the sideline and steps out of bounds. I thought he was fixing to cut it back up the middle and find a gap.
Yeah, as did I. No, there's Tarek Tate. Okay, I'm breathing again. Tarek back out to his wide receiver position. But I got to tell you, Jeff, the last play of the first half was a travesty with Coach Metzel in the face of the referee with 4 seconds left, screaming at him timeout, and he just got ignored. So that is something that I will definitely ask him about on the coach's show on Sunday, and I'll remind him it's Sunday and he's a preacher.
Yeah.
First and 10 Buckeyes, great field position from their own 47.
All right, from the shotgun, here's Tennyson. And we got movement on the right side. I believe that was Rocha. And that's going to back up the Buckeyes 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Ball start. Offense, number 7. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, Jeff, once again, the Buckeye drives in the second quarter, not only one of them lasting more than a minute, as they have scored quickly.
2 receivers wide to the right. Here's the snap. Handoff to Henderson. Goes out to the right side. Got some open field. Cuts up field. Gets the first down. And bounces outside.
I tell you what, I got to say some prayers for everybody in the backfield for the Lindale Eagles, because when you see number 1 coming at you that fast, you see guys just trying to trying to find themselves in space. It is something to watch. Number one, carry the football, folks.
2 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Handoff number 1 up the middle, good for 3 yards.
As Will puts his head down and bulls his way for a few yards. That was another one that I'm not sure, wasn't really sure where the ball was there for a second, but a good 3-yard pickup inside the 40-yard line now of Lindale.
2nd and 7. There's the snap, dropping back to pass. Across the middle, Webb stays on his feet. Inside the 15 to the 14, and there's Webb's first reception of the night.
And that is just a testament to the last 2 games that Brendan Webb has really been able to step up, because when you got Webb and Tarek Tate both out there at the same time on the same side, it's just pick your poison.
All right, there's the snap. Handoff around the right side. Will Henderson, look at him get around the corner. And a touchdown.
Wow.
And I mean, that's, to me, if I'm the coach, that's the play every play. Wide side of the field, hand it to him around the edge, and just watch him find a gap.
Yeah, we've got a flag down. Shocker. From
Man, we are
the same exact official that
snake bit with these calling touchdowns back.
Yeah, the same exact official that would not give
number 7.
Yeah, if you block somebody on the edge, somebody's throwing a flag. You notice the side judge switched sides for this half because he blew that call so pathetically bad in the first half.
It's a good thing. I know.
I am not holding back because it was just absolutely pathetic.
It's a good thing we've decided to be positive, though. So
that was as positive as I can say.
1st and 15, 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right.
That's inexcusable.
From the shotgun, there's the snap. Hand off to Henderson again, this time around the left side. Got a gap. Well, look at this. Take it to the house.
Yeah, how about that?
1 to the right, 1 to the left.
Yeah. So now throw a flag. Just absolutely infuriating. Touchdown Buckeyes, 34-28, as they score in 5 plays and march down the field to retake the lead and hold serve. So now it's going to be up to the black flag as the Buckeyes go for 2.
They were going for 2.
And we've got whistles. Shocker. Coach Metzel literally says, now
here?
what?
I don't know if that was I don't see flags on the...
Yeah, the referee simply wasn't ready, and he just blew the whistle for no reason whatsoever.
Okay, well, he has the right to do
that. So no
that.
penalty, he just blows the whistle. And Coach Metzel is furious.
So maybe he hasn't, maybe he didn't blow the whistle to start. Yeah, I think we got ahead of him. He hadn't blown his whistle to start the clock, or to start the play. So now Buckeyes will have to go for the extra point. Little bit of a bad snap, but they were able to recover and get the touchdown. So 10:44 left to play in this third quarter. Buckeyes go back up 35-28. Will they be able to stop the Lindale offense when we come back?
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact the customer service rep at 903-797-HELP.
All right, we are back for the kickoff.
That's 903-797.
And it is an onside kick. Look at this. And they were able to pick it up. Buckeyes coming out going for 2, onside kick. I mean, they're going to play aggressive.
Yeah, I think Coach Metzel's had enough. Let's see if the black flag can get some penetration here with that front 4. They've had a chance to rest a little bit. Those big offensive linemen hadn't leaned on them here in about 20 minutes, and they've got rehydrated. and it would be huge if they could get a stop here and go up 2 scores. 35-28, Buckeyes take the opening drive straight down the field and score in less than 2 minutes.
We need a turnover.
We need just to stop.
We need a turnover or a stop right here. And Alan Metzel trying to get the edge with that 2-point attempt and then the onside kick attempt. He wants to get up 2 scores. And Buckeyes do a good job. Look at that, number 24, Ector, coming up from his safety position, making the tackle.
Only a 1-yard gain there, Jeff, so brings up 2nd and 9. Getting Lindale behind the chains a little bit, and that is him coming up from a safety position.
I'm going to tell you what, this Ector,
he can play.
Buddy.
He's a football player.
He is a football player. Reminds me of Chase Tate. 2 receivers wide right, 1 left. Quarterback keeper, and they limit him to a couple. Good job there.
3rd down and 6 coming up here, Jeff. Let's see if this black flag can get Lindale off the field. And let's see if Coach Edwards doesn't just bring everybody, because here's your call.
Yeah, they
Jeff.
normally.
This is quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper left side, but you watch, they'll dump it over the middle and try to keep you honest, you know. But boy, they favor that left side in 3rd and long situations. Almost every time it's a keeper sweep. They're going to throw it, and it falls incomplete. They're going to have to punt.
Nice play there by Bird, the corner on the other side, number 4. Jamar Bird is going to bring up 4th down and 8. And Lindale's keeping the offense on the field. Let's see if they quick kick it here. The defense cannot be fooled, as they're keeping the offense on the field. As Lindale coaching staff realizes that they cannot fall behind more than 1 score here, and they're gonna go for it here on 4th down and 7.
Will this be a keeper? No, they're going to put it in the air, rolling to his right side, and it was a good decision. Did he get out of bounds? He got the first down.
So rolling out to
that
his
is
right.
a gutsy call, given their field position.
Yeah, Connor Dodd on the coverage, and this is where the Buckeye defense has to realize, guys, they are just going to the sticks. Do not give them more cushion than the sticks. Connor Dodd gave him a little extra space there, and that was just enough for Lindale to pick up a first down. So the Buckeye defense gets Lindale in 4th down and 7. Lindale going for it in its own territory and converting.
All right, quarterback keeper, right side, and he spins around and he picks up about 4 yards. This guy's been an impressive runner tonight. He's done a really nice job for Lindale.
Yeah, what he really does a nice job, Jeff, of is he doesn't get hit. So just before somebody comes up and hits him, he spins and stays on his feet. He's got really good balance, but he is, like you said, he's maybe 165 pounds, but he's yet to really be hit. 2nd and 6 for Lindale.
Tight set for Lindale. They fake the pump fake and a wide open 0 down the middle. Big gain down to the 15-yard line. That was a really well executed offensive play right there.
Yeah, all they did was just freeze the safety with that little pump fake and just gives that running back enough time to just run a wheel route right down the seam, and he's wide open. And Lindale has saved that play for the 2nd half in exactly this situation. And they move all the way down inside the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes from the 16. And to your point, Jeff, this is time for a turnover. The Buckeyes got to bow their neck right here and stop Lindale.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback keeper, right side. Not much there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Number 2, the defender for the Buckeyes there, and that is Castillo.
Yeah, 2nd down and long. As the Buckeyes up 7 points here, do not expect for Lindale to do anything except go for it. I mean, Lindale has got to figure out how to keep answering the Buckeyes, because if they go down 2 scores, they have not shown a propensity to be able to stop Gilmer, and Gilmer is just turns around and gives up long drives to Lindale. So it's going to be who stops who first.
Quarterback keeper again. And he's just running up there looking for gaps, looking for room. He picks up about 3 yards on that carry. 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4.
And the The Buckeyes have just got to sell out here, go man-to-man defensively, and get penetration because this is 4-down territory here at the 10-yard line. Lindale can get a first down at the Buckeye 6-yard line, but Lindale, again, just trying to stay in this scratch and claw and keep moving the chains. You saw them go for it 4th and 7 in their own end. You think they're not desperate to keep the ball and win this game, Jeff?
They don't want to get they know the Buckeyes are going to score when they get their hands on the ball. So they're shifting again to the left side. Quarterback keeper right behind that big tackle. And he gets down inside looks like inside the 5.
Yeah, that's going to be another first down.
Yeah, it's 1st and goal. They're just nearly automatically guaranteed a touchdown. They hold on to the ball well, and then they just run in there behind that big offensive line. So they're always the biggest team we play, it seems like,
they're
every
massive.
year.
They're bigger than Paris.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, they really are.
They got 3 kids better than 275.
I don't know what they're feeding them over there, but it's like that Carthage offensive line.
Yeah.
They're always big.
They're not Carthage in that big.
No. All right, handoff to 0 up the middle. He's good for a couple.
2nd and goal from the 4, and Lindale's going to continue to run clock. So they got this ball, Jeff, with 10 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's now 6:05 in the 3rd quarter, and they're just trying to stay even with the Buckeyes. They will run clock here, take their sweet time. It's 20 seconds left on the play clock as the coach is signaling it into the quarterback. And this would be the time to try to figure out how to get a ball loose and get a turnover here.
All right, this is going to be a quarterback keeper probably. And they hand off over the right side. Looks like the Buckeyes stop him just short of the goal line.
Yeah, this will be a quarterback
That's
keeper.
going to be
sure.
3rd and goal from the 1.
2-down territory. Let's see if maybe the Buckeyes can get a break. Somebody jumps. But this is going to be a quarterback keeper. They are not going to take any chances with the ball here. They will just follow that man right behind number 75. Take all the play clock up that they possibly can in doing so. And just try to hang in with these Buckeyes here. Nothing fancy.
Quarterback keeper in the end zone.
Plain as day, as just more of the 2nd quarter. Touchdown, touchdown on the first 2 drives. Again, every single drive from both teams was a touchdown in the 2nd quarter. And very truly, Jeff, this may come down to who has the ball last. Right now, the Buckeyes have the service advantage over Lindale as they take the opening drive, and now it's going to be up to the Buckeyes to answer.
Well, this game comes down to everybody better hit their field goals. And they hit that one, so don't look now, folks, but it's the same thing. 4:52, tie ball game, 35-all. We'll be right back. Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon. Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium with 4:52 in the 3rd. 35-all.
Tennis match continues here. Let's see what Lindale does. They have not been shy about kicking it to Tarek Tate on that short little bloop kick. And Jeff, that's dangerous. I mean, you can't play with fire that long and not get burned. Let's see if they try to kick it deep on this one. Kicker taking a really hard run and start at it.
Yeah, they're going to put a foot in it and try to kick it through the back of the end zone. And they do.
That's one way to keep it away from Tarek. So 10 plays, Jeff, on that drive, 55 yards. almost exclusively on the ground with the exception of that little wheel route, but they took 6 minutes off the clock in doing so. That is exactly what Lindale wants to do. Unfortunately, the offense for Gilmer comes back on the field, led by Caden Tennyson and all of those weapons. And every single drive that the Buckeyes have had has been less than 5 plays. Let's see if this one follows suit with 4:52 left. 35-35. We've got a tie ball game here. And officials who can't necessarily decide where to place the ball. 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
They put the ball in the air. That was intended for number 3 to Eric Tate. Just simply thrown behind him.
Yeah, they had the slant there and
had good coverage.
Yeah, Caden just doesn't put the ball out in front of him and let Tarek go get it because they're playing man to man.
Yeah,
which is gutsy.
It is, and I just keep throwing it to him because he's gonna reel him in. Handoff, number 7, Webb. It's kind of a jet sweep. They pull him out of bounds.
They play that tendency and walk a safety up on that, and they still don't really stop Webb. Picks up about 5 on that play, brings up 3rd and 5, and this is the opportunity that Lindale has to be able to stop Gilmer. And let's see if Gilmer can not stop themselves. A good pass play here and a completion is going to keep the chains moving.
All right, they had a defender still on the field. Buckeyes get nothing on that one. They're going to get a flag because they had 12 men on the field when the ball was snapped.
We will be able to move the chains on this one.
They had a player just didn't get off before they got the snap. Their coach not happy about it.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Resultant penalty.
First down Buckeyes. That's a heck of a break for the Buckeyes because that play wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So lucky break for Buckeye fans. Let's put that ball back in the air. One back in the backfield, dropping back, looking to pass. He's in trouble. Running, throws it away.
Caden has pressure in the pocket collapsing on him, and he's just got to step up there and deliver that football, and he gets little happy feet and tries to escape out of the right-hand side. And to your point, Jeff, fortunate to get rid of the football outside of the pocket. Otherwise, that's intentional grounding. Brings up 2nd and 10, but you can see Lindale's rolling the dice on every single play. Lindale is doing any and everything that they can to try to keep the pressure on Gilmer, and Gilmer keeps finding a way behind the chains to convert and create first downs.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff. Nope. Ball hits the turf.
Caden fumbles the ball.
And Lindale recovers.
That is the one thing that cannot happen there is Caden.
Especially in that field position.
Yeah, Caden hands the ball to Will, and Will didn't look like he expected the ball. And once again, Lindale hadn't stopped Gilmer. Gilmer stopped Gilmer, and they stopped themselves again. Fortunate to get off the field on a 3rd down when they get 12 men on the field, and they commit the error here and give Lindale an opportunity to go up because Lindale has not been stopped by Gilmer on the defensive side. Not in this second half, not since the first quarter anyway. Let's see if the Buckeyes got something up their sleeve to stop this running game, because it's pretty obvious to see. Here they come. Quarterback
keeper, right off the bat. Heavy pursuit. They drag him down after a gain of 3. They're going to give him 2. So 2nd and 8.
So self-inflicted wounds put the Buckeyes back against the wall. The black flag responding on that first down play brings up 2nd down and 8, but it is already 4-down territory for Lindale. They went for it 4th down and 7 in their own territory. Definitely going to do it here.
Another keeper. He's got room. Tackled on the 10. He's a runner. This guy can run the ball.
Yeah,
and the bad thing is when you do a turnover, we said a while ago we needed the turnover because now if they punch this in, we're behind.
No, we're behind.
You have to. Now the clock at the end of the fourth quarter becomes more and more crucial.
Yeah, so somebody's got to stop somebody, and when Gilmer stops Gilmer, this is kind of the result. As again, the quarterback who rushed for 180 yards in the first half continues that trend. 3:15 left to play here in the third quarter. 35-35 your score. Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, he keeps it again, lowers his head and gets down to the 6. I've been impressed with this young man.
Well, honestly, Stump Godfrey coaches him in the offseason as a quarterback's coach. And since last year's game, which he truly felt like was his fault for not winning the game, he's had this circled on his calendar, and he's playing like it. I mean, he's really playing a great game.
He's stepping up for his team, that's for sure. I think we had some movement, maybe up on the offensive line, hopefully.
Yep, they're going to back them up 5 yards. So second down and
4 becomes 2nd and 9.
Right, correct. But I don't expect that they will do anything different. They're going to just quarterback keep this thing until Gilmer stops them. Yep, that's exactly right.
Well, this is one of those, like I said earlier, Liberty Hill type games.
That's exactly right.
They just run downhill.
Well, no changes defensively from the Buckeyes. They have stepped up a couple of times and crashed linebackers to try to get them some penetration. Let's see what this call is. The back up Lindale 5 yards.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And I'm not sure who the hardest working guy on Lindale's offense is, the quarterback or number 75, because that's the game plan. It's the quarterback to follow number 75.
Well, I tell you what, they're running backs. He's no slouch.
Yeah, hard-nosed runner.
He runs the ball. He's a good runner. These guys they got a good football team. We knew they did. I mean, we knew this was going to be a tough game. Quarterback keeper, right side, following that big line. Strip the ball if possible. Let's see.
So he picks up 5 yards.
He picked up right at.
We're going to have 3rd and 4 now, and this is going to be 4-down territory. So you see the Buckeyes grab hold of him finally, but nobody touched him until he was 5 yards down the field. So the Buckeyes are going to have to find a way to get penetration. That's exactly right. They are just
and that was on the right side. That wasn't even on the left side.
That's exactly right. Coming over the left side.
There's the snap. Quarterback rolls to his right side. Got a man open. Touchdown. That was a tight end. Just released. And that was a great play call.
Yeah, just a simple little wrinkle. Getting enough guys out into the zone. A safe pass, 5 yards. Because if everybody's covered, guess what he's going to do? He's just going to keep running it. So Lindale now goes up after the Buckeye fumble, 41-35, looking for the extra point to make it a 7-point lead.
They kind of fumble the snap, but they're able to pick it up. And so now it's a 42-35 ball game with 1:37 left in the third. A lot of game left to play. We'll be right back.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
Back to the action here with Lindale taking service after the Buckeye fumble deep in their own territory. 1:37 seconds left in the third quarter, and Jeff, since the second quarter, every single possession from both sides has ended in a touchdown with the exception of that last Buckeye fumble. And right now, the Lindale Eagles aren't stopping the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes have stopped the Buckeyes, and the Buckeyes have not stopped the Eagles. So 42-35 in this tennis match as we go back and forth. Let's see if Lindale decides to kick it deep or if Lindale is going to pooch kick it again to number 3 to Eric Tate, which I would advise against.
Yeah, this last kick, they kicked it through the back of the end zone. And they need to watch because earlier they just didn't go back to get it, assuming it would get in the end zone. They're going to field this one on the 8. Number 24, look at the wheels on this one. Stiff arm down the right sideline. I love watching. This is my new favorite player. Officially, it just happened. I absolutely love this guy. Hector, number 24, is just, I mean, when he gets the ball, he's running north.
Yeah.
He doesn't wait for something to open up. He just goes and hopes for the best. That's 2 returns in a row for him that were outstanding.
Now let's see if the Buckeyes can recover from that self-inflicted wound here. 50 yards away, 1:28 left in the third quarter, down 7.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back. Got a man open. Number 3 to Eric Tate. Tarek runs into traffic. Gets a big first down. 37, 38-yard line of Lindale.
Number 15, the cornerback, is giving to Eric about a 12-yard cushion, which I would too. And he just locks up and hits the brakes, and Caden Tennyson throws it out there to him, lets him work some magic in space. First down, Buckeyes.
All right. Short pass to Eric. Good block. To Eric, gets upfield, gets another first down. I didn't see who threw that block.
That's number 78 for the Buckeyes. That is the, I think that's Pilcher, the center, that got out there.
How did he get over there?
That is a good play by the center.
2 receivers left and right. Buckeyes got some momentum. They're going to throw it to the outback. And look at this, turn the corner and just...
Into the red zone go the Buckeyes in less than 30 seconds. 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter now.
Well, it's just amazing the speed. You got Hector, then you go to, to Eric, and then
you got Henderson.
And then you go to Henderson. And it's like, man, they're coming. And look at the poise. He waited till he couldn't let that route develop. Unfortunately, he had to do it faster than he wanted to as they sent the corner blitz. Got right in his face. He held it as long as he could.
Third down and 3. Obviously 4-down territory here. But that little scissors route between Brendan Webb and to Eric Tate there didn't have time to develop. They were really in the same spot when Caden let that go.
There's the snap. Handoff, Henderson up the middle. Henderson's finding some running room. Picks up the first down.
Moves the chains. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Lindale 12 with 44 seconds left. And Jeff, they will not, they're not going to have to go to the other end of the field before they're going to stick this one in the end zone. Clock now running.
Yeah, unless they score here, we'll probably be flipping the field. Wouldn't be surprised to see a keeper here, possibly. Yep, keeper. I don't think it was designed that way, but that's what we ended up with. As he picks up maybe a yard as he hits the turf. And that was just a blown play.
Yeah, I think he lost 2 yards. I don't think Caden really knew what that play was, but we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Buckeyes trailing 42-35, but in the red zone, 2nd down and about 13 coming up. We will see what the fourth quarter holds right after this.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Back to the action here at Jeff Traylor Stadium. 42-35, Lindale leads to start this fourth quarter, but the Buckeye offense has the ball inside the red zone. It's going to be 2nd down and 13. from the Lindale about 16-yard line. So imperative that the Buckeyes execute here and then find a way to get the ball back and regain kind of their service. Lindale has been able to run the quarterback for well over 250 yards now through 3 quarters. And Buckeye Black Flag defense just fighting a massive wall of white jerseys behind the massive offensive line of Lindale, trying to get penetration. But they've got to get a score here before they worry about a stop. Trailing 7 points. And Jeff, this is a big second down. It's important that the Buckeyes get positive yardage here on this play.
2nd and 13. Will goes in motion. Keeper, Caden, bounces out to the right side, gets a good block, headed to the end zone, scores.
Great job there from Caden. Let's see if there's any flags. There's a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Yeah, but it's shocker.
That's the 3rd touchdown that's going to be called back tonight on Gilmer for if it's holding. Yeah. Yeah, that's the 3rd touchdown tonight.
Well, the egregious part isn't the holding calls. The egregious part is what happened on the last play of the first half. And
you still living in the past, Todd?
I'm living in the past for that one. I'm going to be living
in the
past
now.
Forever.
Living the now, bro.
Well, the now is 2nd down and Bradford Street.
Yes, it is.
Because
2nd and about 21, 22. But that's okay, because we've got it in the toolbox.
Double coverage right now on Tarek Tate.
Dropping back, look at the pass. Rolling to his right. Nice pass. And broken up. What a great defensive play there. That was going to be thrown right into the hands of number 7, Webb. And it was knocked away by one of the safeties. That was just a good defensive play.
Yeah, now in a great opportunity for Lindale to possibly get off the field because Gilmer's got such a hole with 3rd down and let's call it 25 yards to go. And it's obviously 4-down territory as they need to hold serve. Lots of football left to play here, but Lindale is right where they want to be.
All right, there's the snap. Important 3rd down. Fires a bullet. And the ball hit the turf.
Yeah, incomplete. As they're sitting back there deep, and they're playing the chains. That's all there is to it. Let's see if the Buckeyes here try to run a screen pass to number 1, Will Henderson.
Well, I think
get him in space.
I tell you, that's
the 4th and 26 is not a fun.
That's
fun
not a good time
call.
to throw a screen. I mean, they got to go deep again, and they can do it. They've dropped 2, so certainly this one, statistically, you would think just would land.
Bring pressure off the edge here.
All right, empty backfield. They're going to the air, and they blow that dead.
And Coach Metzel takes a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with him and be back right after these messages.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
All right, we're back. Jeff Trotter Stadium. We got 11:38 left to play in the game. Lindale on top of Gilmer, 42-35. Gilmer is looking at 4th and 22. Ball spotted on the 25.
So Jeff, how many touchdowns have we had called back tonight?
3.
3 touchdowns called back, and obviously the turnovers. 2 turnovers now for Gilmer and none for Lindale, and so, that usually is a recipe for being down a lot more than a touchdown.
That's exactly right. So you said it. Most of the reason that Lindale's even in this game has just been we've given them opportunities to stay in it.
And we've made it difficult for ourselves now. 4th down and about 25. We got to get all the way to the 4-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, the crowd is into this one. They're wanting this for, Lindale's crowd is on their feet yelling for their boys. My money's on the Buckeyes. Here's the snap. Launches one. Almost picked off. And that's going to be turnover on downs.
Yeah, Caden just threw that to a spot.
With the fumble, they gave them a leg up. Now with the turnover on downs, if they can march down the field and score here, they go up 2 this late in the fourth quarter. Really puts us on our heels.
Yeah, they're going to eat clock, and the quarterback is going to keep it every time. It's real simple. Now it's up to the Buckeye defensive staff to figure out how to bring guys into the box and get penetration and really just dare Lindale to throw the ball, because you would almost rather them, score on a passing play quickly, leave you clock and an opportunity to get an onside kick or whatever. The worst thing that can happen now is Lindale takes 7 minutes off the clock and march down the field and score.
That is definitely worst case scenario, and that's what they've been doing tonight, all night. Quarterback keeper, right side.
8 yards.
8 yards, eat up a lot of clock. They'll take their time getting back to the line of scrimmage, because this is where clock management becomes critical. And they are not going to be in a hurry to get off a snap.
Yeah, Coach Metzel used one timeout already, but it's really up to the Black Flag to figure out how to get penetration. And it's no secret what Lindale is going to do here. They're just going to keep the ball, eat the clock, eat the every second possible off of the play clock. And they're just going to keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback and not even try to hand it off, because that is the least amount of risk that you have to lose the football.
Well, you got to start reaching in there at this point and try to strip that ball out of there.
You got to get penetration and disrupt things before they happen in the backfield.
There's the snap. Handoff to the running back. Picks up about 6 yards and a first.
Yeah, and for the Buckeye defense, you're going to have to get out of what you're doing with that 4-man front. There's still a lot of football left to play here. And, that Coach Edwards is thinking, okay, well, we just got to get one stop. And that's absolutely correct. You got to get one stop, but you can't get one stop after they score and when there's only 4 minutes left and you're down 2 scores. Right now, the Buckeyes are going to have to keep Lindale to no score here. And so far, since the beginning of the second quarter, the Buckeyes haven't stopped them once.
Play clock's got 3 seconds as they snap it. Quarterback keeper, 8, 10, 12 yards. Again, he is just running at will up behind that big offensive line. And they are moving the chains and eating clock.
Yeah, and it's just numbers, Jeff. Count how many guys. You got an offensive line that's got 5 guys. You got a running back that becomes a blocker. That's 6 blockers and only 4 guys in the box for the Buckeyes in the down lineman. You're going to have to walk guys up here and say to heck with the passing game and just put them man-to-man so that you've got somebody out there covering them and let somebody go spy the quarterback and get penetration. Now the Lindale Eagles in Buckeye territory.
All right, quarterback keeper, left side. Good for 5 yards, 6 yards. I mean, they are just running up the field. This reminds me of Baylor Stadium, 2000 and what was that, 6?
Yeah, it's just real simple right now. The Buckeye defensive line with 4 guys, even going and getting substitutes in and out, is just no match for the offensive line of the Lindale Eagles. And you just got to switch up what you're doing. You're just going to have to go get a stop.
I'm noticing too that Aaron Bell is not down on the line. He's not at linebacker position either.
Yeah, they're getting a rest right now. They're trying to keep those guys fresh.
Here's the snap. Handoff to the back. Gets the first down.
Touchdown saving tackle there by number 32 for the Buckeyes. As
Braden Pate.
Yeah, new fresh bodies come in. 8:40 as Lindale's doing exactly what they wanted to do, eating the clock after that 4th down stop. Another touchdown called back by the referee to put the Buckeyes into 2nd down and 25 yards. 2 incomplete passes later, they're in a 4th down scenario and cannot convert. And now Lindale is just, it's almost like watching a slow motion train wreck. You know what's coming, you just can't stop it.
All right, Lindale from the shotgun. Quarterback keeper, right side. Buckeyes do a good job of stuffing that one.
Yeah, they crashed the linebackers then. And that was the difference in terms of holding that to only a 1 yard gain, because Jeff, that same play has gained about 7 yards every time that they've run it when the linebackers aren't crashing and walking up. But don't expect for the coaching staff to do anything different here. You can't play games. You're going to have to bring pressure, play man-to-man on every single play, and get Lindale into third down, because they're going to go for it on fourth down from here.
2nd and 9 for Lindale. 3 receivers left, 1 right. 1 back in the backfield. No reason to put the ball in the air at all. Quarterback pulls it and goes to the right side. Look at this guy. He'll take it all the way to the house.
Yeah, we had a defensive back, Jeff, that didn't even know he had the ball.
He just jerked it out from the running back, pulled it, and took it to the house on the right side.
It's just
this guy has been the MVP of the game tonight, no question.
Oh my goodness, it's not even close. He's rushed for nearly 300 yards, and some of those on absolutely breakaways that the Buckeyes just not finding the football. 7:26 remaining. Lindale with the opportunity to go up 14 points here, 49-35. Let's see if the extra point is good.
There's the kick.
And it's up and good. And now, Jeff, it's simple. The Buckeye offense is going to have to get the ball, score, and then you're going to onside kick it and not give it back to Lindale, because you can't stop them. Let's see if the Buckeyes have a chance to come back here with a half a quarter left to play. Jeff Traylor Stadium will be right back.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
All right, we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. Buckeyes are down 2 touchdowns, 49-35. 7:26 left to play. Lindale set to kick off. Back deep, you got Webb and Tate. Let's just bring this one all the way to the house, boys. They're going to kick this one through the end zone. Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25.
Now it is imperative that Caden Tennyson and the Buckeyes come out, score quickly, and then it's going to be a special teams game. We've seen the Buckeyes come back from even 3 scores down with less time than this and come storming back with onside kicks. But the important part, Jeff, is simple. Is the Buckeye defense has not stopped Lindale since the first quarter. And every time Lindale touches it, not only do they score, they take a half a quarter off the clock.
They've only punted 1 time in this game and no turnovers. And if we punted once,
we have not punted.
We've not punted.
We have turned the ball over.
But we've turned the ball over twice. And then turnover on downs. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Cross the middle. And that was intended for Jeremiah Noble. I don't know if they thought they had 2 receivers crossing there. I'm not sure if one thought the ball was going to the other. They didn't make a play for it.
Now, Caden's going to have to throw strikes here if we go down the field, because 3 quick miscues and we're behind the chains once again. And you cannot give
you remember the first play of the game?
Yep.
We need that here.
And that's a touchdown.
They've got an angle. Can they get him? No. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out.
And Will Henderson flips the field very quickly on just a little out route. Yeah, Lindale has got a guy in front of him, and then all of a sudden he's just not in front of him anymore. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Lindale 36-yard line.
Jeremiah Noble, downfield he runs. Look at this guy running. Inside the 15 to the 13. What a great catch and run
7
by
minutes
Jeremiah
left.
Noble.
And in 25 seconds, the Buckeyes have gone from their own 30 to the Lindale 14-yard line.
Well, this has been an all-offense game.
Yeah, it's just a blitz.
Just like Chapel Hill game.
That's right.
There's the snap. They're running a fade.
And a touchdown.
Is a touchdown.
That is to Eric Tate.
Eric Tate.
He just simply goes up and gets it. And the Buckeyes, just like that, answer and cut this lead in half. It's now 49-41 with the extra point left to come. And Jeff, you can't give it back to Lindale. You just cannot give it back to Lindale. You're going to have to onside kick it here and just keep onside kicking it because you cannot give it back to Lindale. Paid on for the extra point as the Buckeye offense does its job.
There's the snap. Everything's clean. It is right through the uprights. Woo! Barn burner in Gilmer tonight. We'll be right back.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium where the Buckeyes battling to try to regain the lead in this game. It is 49-42 with Lindale Eagles in the lead. 6:47. Buckeyes about to kick off. We'll obviously see an onside kick. And this is just one of those things, it's the way the ball bounces.
Yeah, Jeff, you say
if it takes a nice high bounce,
yeah,
you know, and you can get somebody like Tarek or somebody over there and out jump the other guy. I mean, it's just a luck.
Will out here on the end, it simply comes down to this. You say there's 6:47 left and 2 timeouts. We ain't stopped Lindale once since the second quarter. And defensively, just like this on special teams, not only are you going to have an onside kick, Jeff, you're going to have to sell out on defense. This might be the perfect time to pooch kick this thing over the top a little bit because everybody within 10 yards for the Buckeyes.
All right, ball's bouncing around. That's got hope. We got it! Will Henderson. That's exactly what we were talking about. If it took a high bounce.
Perfect bounce.
And you can out-jump your opponent. That is Buckeye ball.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
There's no debate whatsoever.
No, that
is
will be
Buckeye
a debate.
ball.
There will be a debate.
No, there's no debate. There is no way that wasn't a clean.
Yeah, that happened right in front of the Buckeye fans. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody here saw it. You know, we've had some pretty rough breaks, you know, with not getting the fumble over in Kilgore. And, folks, if we don't get this particular call, I'm just going to go radio silent while Todd loses his mind. So if we go dark for a minute, you'll know why.
No, this is the same side judge that ignored Alan Metzel to end the first half for 4 whole seconds.
Okay, what are you talking about for this long? It's like, hey, should we give it to him?
This is. There's no debate here. He caught the ball and landed in bounds.
Yeah, this is clear. Yes,
Buckeyes ball.
Yeah, that was. I have no idea what the discussion was. He was a yard in bounds.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, I think the discussion was: is there any way we can hose Gilmer on this call? Because let's think of something right now. Let's give ourselves time. I've seen election counters do a better job faking it than that. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. 49-42 from the 40-yard line. And I don't think it'll take long, Jeff, before we have a tie game.
Yeah, Buckeyes have to score here. And then we got to go back and onside kick again, by the way.
Yeah, we cannot let Lindale get the ball back, period.
Well, especially now with,
when they get it back, understand, the only thing that's going to stop them is the clock. And right now, there's still 6:45. We may have 4 more touchdowns in this game, Jeff.
6:45 left to play. You remember the last 5 minutes of the Kilgore game?
Yeah, we're going to get ready for this one all over again. So what is the White Hat doing now coming over to talk? Well, okay, nothing to talk about. 1st and 10 Buckeyes
Yeah.
from the Lindale 40.
All right, boys, just line up and do what you do. Here's the snap. Handoff, Henderson, left side. Breaks the tackle, cuts upfield, gets about 6 yards.
Stops the clock. Not that that is going to matter because the Buckeyes aren't going to run 6 minutes off the clock to score. They got 3 yards on that carry, 2nd down and 7. And Coach Rob says that was the first running play we've had this quarter.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff again. Henderson cuts the corner, turns upfield. Look at him run. Forced out of bounds at the 2. What a run. I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd see somebody come around the corner faster than LaMichael James back in 2007 in Longview, Texas. You remember that? You remember that?
LaMichael James ain't that fast.
No.
He is not that fast.
No, not even close. He's not even.
LaMichael James beat Curtis
but
Brown
you
in the
remember,
100.
do you remember
that year? Oh, I remember. I was timing it at the district track meet. LaMichael James.
But I'm
beat
saying,
Curtis
remember
Brown
the game
in the
and they knocked us out of the first round of the playoffs in
by
Longview?
district. By district.
But nobody comes around the corner that fast. Handoff, right side, Ector.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Hit the pylon, give him the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. He says he stepped out.
All right, we got another shot here. It's 1st and goal. No problem.
Well, I do remember LaMichael James running a 10.5-600 and thinking that was really fast. Yeah, that's not within 6 yards of number 1 when he runs 100.
I know. They can get around that corner quick, I'm telling you. Handoff up the middle.
Touchdown
Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. If they get the ball back, if Lindale gets the ball back, they'll eat up most of that time marching down the field. So far, we haven't been able to stop them.
That's exactly right.
But remember the Gladewater game where we couldn't stop Big Mac until the last play when it counted.
That's right.
You remember that?
Left us 56 seconds.
No, he left us 1:09. 1:09, and we. Because I remember Chris Boyd said, Coach, they left us 9 seconds too long.
Critical extra point up.
And good.
And good.
Man, this has been a great football game. I can't wait to see how it ends. We'll be right back.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
We're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium where it is 49-49 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this game. Buckeyes are set to kick off to Lindale once again, and this obviously will be another onside kick.
No, I actually.
We have to get the ball back.
Yeah, I actually think we will kick the ball deep on this, Jeff.
Do you?
I do.
No, Allen's going for it. He came out in the third quarter and kicked an onside kick.
I understand, but I think on this one we will actually kick it deep because the hands team is not out there.
They don't want to give them that much time deep to eat the clock.
I totally agree. I just don't think we'll do it.
Oh my gosh, he's lining up to kick it deep.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I think he kicks this one deep.
I think he runs up and tricks them. And does a little. No, we don't have our speedsters over here. He kicks it to the end zone. I wish that ball would have checked up.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
He did it.
Well,
a week or two ago.
I tell you, as much of a 9-iron as he can put up, I'd almost pick a big green space out there somewhere and kick it as high as I can and let Will Henderson run down there and get it before.
Try to get under it, yeah.
Will can run 60 yards before you can watch the ball and run 20.
Yeah. Wouldn't this be great if this was the defensive stance? You remember, just like I said, like in Gladewater in 2014.
Lots of feelings about that same game.
Oh,
it feels the same
boy,
way, but I tell you what.
We stopped them by 2 inches.
The big starting offensive front is back into the game. And right now, the Buckeye defense, with those linebackers, is going to have to sell out and tackle the quarterback. Because they will do exactly what they've done all night.
Oh, no, they're going to run.
You know exactly what's
They have
coming.
no reason not to.
No reason to have safeties crash everybody.
They have had some great luck on the ground. They're going to do it again. There you go, quarterback keeper, right side. He runs into traffic and somehow jets out on the other side.
The reason is because he's running 6 yards behind the line, behind that big line, before anybody in a black jersey touches him. And then when they do, they're trying to come around an offensive lineman to grab him, and he just spins and twerks and gets down about 6 yards. That's about what he's averaged per carry. And again, Lindale's going to eat every second off the play clock. It's simple. The Buckeyes might as well sell out now on defense with 5:45 left, because then they're going to be trying to sell out down here on the 20, and you're not going to leave yourself enough time.
All right, here's a high snap. Quarterback keeper, right side. He's just shy of the first down marker. He may be right at it.
Yeah, that offensive guy's going to give him the first down. No worries. First down, Lindale. They've eaten a minute out of the 6:25 already. 5:20 left and counting. 25 seconds left on the play clock. It will be under 5 minutes when they snap this ball on first down. And Jeff, just like that, I mean, you're watching the game evaporate right in front of your eyes.
5:07 left to play. Putting the ball in the air. Down the field they run. And we got flag on the play. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down.
There's a flag over there. There's a flag over here. There's flags everywhere.
Probably a legitimate flag.
Well, literally everybody but the white hat threw a flag.
Yeah.
You got a flag down here, a flag down there for pass interference. I'm not sure that somebody wasn't offsides in the first place.
The one thing I can tell you is that
it's not against Lindale.
It's not going to be in our favor. Not in this case. And we do want to thank our officials. It's hard to get officials crews these days. They're having a shortage. Yeah, 15-yard pass interference play, and probably legit.
Yeah,
but it is hard to get officials these days, and we thank these guys for coming out and doing their best. You know they are.
Yeah, I'm not arguing the call, but I will praise this crew for one thing, Jeff. They recognize it's not an NFL game and it's not a spot foul.
Yeah,
it's 15-yard penalty.
It's the first game we've had.
Congratulations. Yes, we have a crew that knows actually that rule.
First time we've got that call right. That's right.
And we're in game 4, by the way.
Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. A lot of room to run. And just eating that clock. And you can see that Lindale's trying to really hold the ball as the Buckeyes are in there trying to strip that football.
Yeah, it's just real simple. You have to get in an 8-man front now and get in every gap and apply pressure and do not miss a tackle. And if you miss a tackle and he scores fast, that's probably not a bad thing. Because right now, there's 4:22 left, and Lindale is eating 40 seconds per play off of this clock. That means there's 7 plays left in this football game, Jeff. Quarterback keeper.
All right, look at this. They got a hold to the quarterback, and somehow he miraculously gets out of it. But that's going to be a loss. We may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Big third down play here. As Tyler was crashing on that play, the big sophomore, number 42, got penetration, hit the quarterback 5 yards back in the backfield, Jeff, but he still got back to the line of scrimmage. 3:45, and there will be 3:20 left on this clock when this third down play is snapped.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sick to my stomach, but this is the reason I do this. I love this. What a great game we've got in front of us.
Linebackers better walk up and get pressure.
And everybody's getting their money's worth tonight. Handoff up the middle. They blow it dead. Flag's going to be probably illegal procedure and back them up 5. So that's going to
have to be the call.
That's going to be 3rd and 8.
And that is huge, Jeff. That is the difference between 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 8 is an eternity.
Well, they've done pretty well tonight with it. That quarterback keeper on the left side.
That'll be up to the Buckeye defensive front here, Jeff, and holding coverage because they will take a shot and try to throw the football here. You've seen that wheel route out of the back that they ran earlier in the game. Short passing game here, so all the man-to-man cover guys are going to have to cover, and then you're going to have to tackle the quarterback.
All right, 3rd and 8. Can the Buckeyes make a stand here? Motion. Quarterback keeper, he's coming around the right. They got him. That's a big 3rd down. Now
4th down and 6 yards to go.
Okay.
Clock still runs.
This could be the most important play of the game so far.
Undoubtedly. This is the game right here.
4th and 6. They're going to go for it.
And they are going to throw the ball.
If the Buckeyes can stop them here, get the ball back.
And Lindale takes a timeout. And we will take a quick timeout with them. This is the game right here, folks.
Oh, my goodness. We promised a good one.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're back to the action, folks, and I do mean action with a capital A. 49-49 with 2:37 left to play in the game. It is 4th and 6. Lindale has the ball.
Watch the play that the quarterback has scored twice on now, where he runs zone read and pulls the ball out. So it's imperative that the Buckeyes have somebody on defense.
That's what he scored on the last.
That counts for the quarterback. Yeah. Because if he takes the ball around the other side and nobody finds him, he will go to the house. All he needs to really do is get a first down. If I'm the quarterback, Jeff, honestly, you got to score, but you got to make sure you don't leave any time for Gilmer because it does not take Gilmer long to score. Gilmer can have half this time on this clock in 90 seconds and 2 timeouts and have plenty of time left to go score.
This is the biggest defensive play maybe of the year so far. Can the Buckeyes do it? This is just like Bladewater in 2014. Can they stop them? They're going to throw it. They batted it down.
Buckeyes ball, incomplete pass, and that's a turnover.
Now that is dramatic.
Huge play for the black flag
dramatic.
Right there.
That is huge. And people that left the game when we got down 2 scores, you are missing one of the greatest games. Oh my gosh.
Well, now the Buckeye offense can't make a mistake, but shouldn't score too quickly. That is going to be important here. Is that the Buckeyes run the ball. Yeah.
2 minutes and 33 seconds left. Perfect scenario is eat some clock and get the score.
I almost wish Will wasn't that fast.
Don't turn it over. Yeah, don't give it to Will. Dropping back to pass. Launches one down the sideline. Open. Number 3 takes it to the house. Touchdown Buckeyes.
You knew it was going to happen, Jeff. To Eric Tate throws it up and he takes it to the house. But Jeff, unfortunately, you left him 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
This is Kilgore all over again. I'm going to have to get on some type of medication this season. I don't know what I'm going to take.
You better start getting a crystal of Celtic salt to keep your blood pressure down every morning.
I need some type of, is there a machine? I think I need a echocardiogram right now. Good grief.
One play, touchdown Buckeyes, 55-49, extra point left to come, which is all important as the Buckeyes have scored 3 unanswered touchdowns now, Jeff.
All right, good. It's good. It's good. Outstanding. And so, folks, it is 56-49 with 2:24. We'll be right back. Fantastic.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Woo! We are back to the action.
3 unanswered touchdowns within 4 minutes for the Buckeyes. 56-49. They take the lead. And now we'll kick off once again to Lindale.
We scored 3 touchdowns in how many plays, Uncle Rob?
7 plays.
Wow. That is
That last score, that was 1-1. Scored before that, there was 3, there was 4 points.
wow. This one's for the books, folks, right here. This is a great game, and there's a lot of energy in this stadium.
And still a lot of football left to play, Jeff. We said there were 4 more touchdowns with that were going to be scored with 4:24. That's 3. Fortunately, the Buckeyes scored all 3.
Yeah, I would have loved to have eaten some clock off of there, but we're going to give them a chance to return, too. They're going to get it on the 10 and bring it back to the 27. So can the Buckeyes do it again? They stopped them for the first time in the entire night. At the last series, can they do it again?
2 timeouts left, Jeff. So if you're Lindale, that's 2:18 is not a lot of time.
It's not, because they like to run the ball.
Right.
And now they're going to be forced to put the ball in the
air.
air.
And think about this too, Jeff. Conditioning, because you've taken 40 seconds between every play so far tonight. You can't do that now. You're going to have to run fast, and you're going to have to play hurry up.
If you run the football, you're going to have to get set.
You're going to have to get set and go quickly.
You're going to have to get set. So they're forced to do something they're not comfortable with. Let's see if they put the ball in the air. They got 4 receivers. They're going to pass. Overthrown.
And the clock stays stopped, Jeff. That is the critical thing with an incomplete pass, 2:14 left. If Lindale just goes to straight throwing the football and puts themselves behind the chains like they're doing now, they're going to give Gilmer the chance to score again, and it may be Gilmer walking out of here with a 21-point lead. Scary as that is enough to say, but Lindale right now is doing the thing that they don't do well.
Yeah, but they have figured out a way to get points on the board tonight, so definitely don't count them out. Will they have the courage to run it? Yes. No. They're going to do a quick pass, and the receiver just trips over the turf for a loss of a yard.
Incomplete pass, Jeff.
Is that what they're calling it?
They're calling it incomplete on the other side. Stop the clock with 2:08. Now it's 3rd and 10, and Lindale coming out. They're averaging 8 yards a carry with 2:40 left and 2 timeouts. You run the football. And they've come out and thrown it down the field twice now. 2 incomplete passes, and now they put themselves behind the 8 ball.
All right. They're going to pass it again. Good defense by the Buckeyes.
Fantastic.
Bird, number 4, reaches around and knocks it down. So now you're looking at 4th and 10. The ball's on the 27. You got to go for it. You have to, and they're going to have to throw it. And the Buckeyes, if they can stop them again, that'll be the only 2 times tonight they've been able to stop them back to back.
Well,
when it counts,
they stopped them 2 times in the first quarter, but the next play they came and threw an interception and gave it right back to them. So this will be the 3rd opportunity to actually stop Lindale. But right now, spy the quarterback. Do not let him get out in space and use his legs, and cover those receivers.
All right, big play right here. And he got him over the middle. Big first down. Still on his feet. Fumble. Buckeyes got it. Buckeyes got the ball.
Got the ball. Oh, my goodness. It is Buckeye football.
What a lucky break for the Buckeyes.
No one is calling this from the other side. They're marking it.
Buckeyes got the ball. What a lucky break.
There's your turnover, Jeff.
Wow. And boy, at the right time. You can't take, I tell you what, this Lindale team is, I mean, what a dogfight we've seen tonight.
Think about this. We played Chapel Hill, Kilgore, and Lindale, 3 teams in the District of Doom. You don't think that they're not having a war when it comes district season here in the next couple of weeks? Unbelievable.
And all of those teams are fairly even, except
Pretty
Chapel
much.
Hill.
Except Chapel Hill is, it's in another class.
So minute 52, the Buckeyes are obviously just going to hand it off. Look at Will run with 4 guys hanging off of him. Still got 4 yards.
He's strong. Helmet comes off, guy going to have to come out as Lindale takes a timeout, and Coach Metzel playing the game beautifully. How about that? 1:44 left to play, and the Buckeyes with a 7-point lead, 3 unanswered touchdowns. They're up 56-49 now, and they're a couple of first downs away, or 1 first down away from being able to kneel down on this. It's the clock being the Buckeyes' friend. Imagine that.
Well, they've got 1 timeout left in Lindale. You're looking at 1:44. It's 2nd and 6. So, yeah.
Yeah, 1 timeout. You're going to hand the ball to Will Henderson on this play. Tell him to stay in bounds, and if he can move the chains, it's ball game.
It's ball game. They'll go into victory formation at that point. And you're forcing them to use their last time out here. Buckeyes will get the win.
Got to be careful with the football. Got to have good snaps. You got to execute right here. But you're going to give the ball to your workhorse, number 1. 2 backs in the backfield.
I can't say enough about both of these teams tonight. This has been a dog fight. We have watched some good football this year.
I'm telling you.
I mean, we have got our money's worth this year.
Every single game.
All right, low snap. Hand it off to Henderson. They're on him immediately. He fumbled the ball. They got it. We fumbled it right into the arms of Lindale. And they are going to have it on the 46-yard line. Will's upset with himself. So what are we going to do now?
Well,
56-49 with 1:35.
1 timeout left now for Lindale. And again, they came out and went nowhere on that last drive. They didn't gain a single yard on that last drive, putting it in the air. The 1 complete pass they had, they fumbled the ball over to us. So now the black flag has got to figure out a way to stop the run and make the clock your friend. Only 1 timeout left, as Lindale again is going to have to play fast, and that's not what they do.
So the Buckeyes have had 2 perfect defensive series. Can they pull off a 3rd one? Can they do it again? Quarterback keeper, left side, good job. Number 44, Brown over here, slowed him up enough time to get the other players in place.
Clock's running.
Clock is running. He gained 2 yards. They want to spike it. Nope, gonna roll to his right. Looking to pass. Got a man. Big yardage down to the 12-yard line with 1:06.
Yeah, Gilmer thought it was a timeout, and the coaches were on the field. Let's see if we got a flag down for coaches and too many players on the field for the Buckeyes.
That was a big play right there.
It will obviously be declined.
Illegal substitution against the Buckeyes. Penalty is going to be declined. Big first down.
Yeah, now with
on the 13-yard line.
1:06, it doesn't matter. You just got to keep them out of the end zone. That's all there is to it. This comes down to just simple willpower. And once again, Jeff, 1:06 left, 2 timeouts for the Buckeyes. We may see 2 more touchdowns in this last 66 seconds.
Quarterback keeper, right side. He's down inside the 5. 2nd and 1.
And Lindale runs the clock.
They want to try to punch it in. They're going to run quarterback keeper. They're going to hand off up the middle. Their running back gets the touchdown. What a game.
34 seconds left.
Will they go for 2 and go for the win?
They will go for the win. They'll go for 2 here.
No, they can't go for 2.
Oh, they will absolutely go for 2.
They can't go for 2.
Oh, they're sending in the kicker.
They're not going to go for 2. That coach won't be able to go to Walmart for a month if he goes for 2 and misses it.
He'll be shopping at 2 a.m.
Yeah, he'll have to drive over.
Hello, delivery service.
He'll have to go to Canton to shop. Wouldn't a bad snap be perfect here? Good hold, good kick.
Kick is
It's
good.
Tie ball game.
Jeff, 34 seconds.
56, 112 points.
But 34 seconds left. And let me remind you who the Buckeye kickoff returner is.
Oh.
You are not going to kick it to Tarek Tate right here and give him an opportunity to basically go back and make another house call.
But you can't afford to kick it short.
Yeah, you can't kick it short because you can't give the Buckeyes good field position. So
they're going to try to kick it out of the back.
Yeah, and 2 timeouts left for the Buckeyes, 34 seconds left. Jeff, I hate to say this, but actually, this is a great situation that you're in for the Buckeyes because all you got to do is get a field goal and you win this game. Otherwise, it goes to overtime. But right now, with the weapons that you have and the amount of time that you can score, how quickly, all you got to do is get a great return here from one of the 2 best athletes on the field, and you're in field goal range. You love the chances of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're not going to kick it to one of them guys. They're going to try to kick this thing to Pittsburgh.
I'm not sure it's going to work.
All right, here they come. He puts a foot in it, and we're going to get to return it. Tarek's got it. Will he get some blocks? Down the sideline. Stays on his feet. Steps out of bounds around the 45.
26 seconds left, 2 timeouts. And Jeff, we need to get about 35 yards to get Pate into field goal range with 2 timeouts.
Well, they're going to send 3 safeties, 30 yards down the field.
Because I'll tell you, you get number 1 in space,
yeah,
it
you
don't
dump
matter.
It. Yeah, either one of them. You dump. Well, you got three or four weapons out there. You dump it underneath them. They got 3 deep backs. 26 seconds. Here's the snap. They dump it to number 3, Tate. They drag him down. 19 seconds left. Timeout, Gilmer.
1 timeout, Jeff. You only need 1 play to get into field goal range. 1 play. So if you're Lindale right here, do you bring pressure? Because if you bring pressure and you leave 1 extra guy to not cover somebody, you got to keep everything in front of you. And in this case, that was a heartbeat away from Tarek Tate getting the 30, 40 yards that he needs. But with only 19 seconds and 1 timeout, you got time for really 2 plays. You can have a short play to move the sticks and then cut that in half and still have your timeout. That is saying that the referee will actually call the timeout because that did not happen. Remember, this 3 points was had at the end of the first half. Coach Metzel is in the face of the side judge with 4 seconds left saying timeout, 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 and they don't give it to him. 1 timeout left here now. You are 35 yards away from field goal range. What do?
You know who I feel sorry for? Everybody that left when we were 2 touchdowns down, that went home and pulled it up on their television and is having to listen to it instead of being here. What can they do? Dropping back, looking to pass. They go long across the middle. They've got it caught. Number 13.
Jeremiah,
up the 30 goes.
Timeout. Get a timeout. 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 Allen, call your timeout.
11 seconds.
Oh, the Buckeyes have time to get up and
spike it. No, they're going to spike it. Yeah, they're going to spike the ball with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, I tell you what, with 1 timeout, you got time for 2 plays.
Oh my gosh, this is such a fun sport. I love this game so much.
And Jeff, I'll call it.
That
what do you
was
mean you're running
huge.
the clock right now? That's not running the clock.
That was huge. All right, not quite in field goal range yet.
So that
You're right at the edge of field goal.
That would be a 37-yard field goal.
He can do it, but you don't want to unless you have to. So this is going to be some kind of out route. This could be a fade to Tarek Tate, left corner.
Snap it. Snap it.
Watch the top of your screen.
Snap it. Snap it.
They're going to throw an inside route.
Timeout.
Call timeout. Timeout.
4 seconds left. You're now in field goal range. Jeff, here is your ball game
Holy
on the leg of Mr. Pate.
Holy smoke. Wow.
From the what?
From the left hash, this is going to be a 29-yard field goal.
He's definitely got the foot for it.
Oh, yeah, he's got the leg for it.
Got to have a clean snap.
Got to block it up well, and you just got to center this in the middle because you can't pull this one because this is going to be from the left hash. So you've got room out to the right side. You don't want to bring your hips too far in and pull this ball. But either way, we're either going to play some more football or the Buckeyes are going to walk
I don't want to
right
play
here.
no more football, Todd. I want the win.
Well, let's say this.
I don't want to play.
We said about halftime.
I'm sleepy.
Jeff, we made the comment that whoever has the ball last might win the game.
Oh, yeah.
We got the ball
Yeah.
last, and
Yeah.
we've got the chance to win the game.
Yeah, the funny thing is you and I have no idea what we're doing, what we're saying. We just say some words, and then it's
It
so
comes
funny.
true.
Well, it's just ridiculous. It's just, it's crazy. But
So,
yes, we
Pate
said
with the
whoever
chance
gets the
to
ball
win,
last
though.
is going to win the game.
Here we are.
And we got the ball last. Can we do it? Pate,
This is going to be
his mom and dad right now are on the edge of their seats praying harder than they've ever prayed.
31-yard try.
This young man is a fine, good kid. And they're going to try to ice him. They're going to call their timeout. We knew that was coming. They had one timeout left. That's not going to bother him.
Now that actually doesn't hurt because it gives him a little bit more time to catch his breath, and he can kind of get his concentration
So
back.
it all comes down to the kicking game.
Doesn't it always?
One man. Wowzer.
Indivisible.
One man. Yeah, my mom just texted me and said we're one of the sad ones that left. That's what you get.
What a
Should
game.
never leave a Buckeye game.
Yeah, what a game. 3 unanswered touchdowns within a minute and a half. That is something that only the Buckeyes can do with that kind of weapons on offense. And it comes down to this well-executed drive.
All right.
Jeff, let's say that.
This
Regardless of kick.
is for the win with 0 seconds left, or we go to overtime. What's it going to be? Clean snap. The kick is up.
And it's good. Buckeyes win.
Buckeyes. He says, is he saying outside?
There's a flag down. I think it's because someone jumped over the line of scrimmage.
I think it was in, but they won't signal until they find out what the penalty is. Evidently, it looked like it went through, right?
Yes, it went through.
Let's see who the penalty's on. If that backs us up 5 yards, that is a problem.
There's no way we could jump.
All right, what are we doing here?
Retry.
Why-
So we move up 5 yards, but he kicked it. It was good.
Yeah, I don't understand why would we.
It was a dead ball. They blew the ball dead.
Oh, no. That's
So we'll do it again. This time
Even
from
closer.
25 yards, not 30. Kick is up.
It's
And
good.
it's good again.
Buckeyes win.
Unbelievable.
0 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes take the win. And Mom, I'm sorry you weren't here to see it. All of you Buckeye fans that leave, never, ever leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback I have seen in years. What a game. What a game. And hey, my hat's off to Lindale.
Absolutely.
What? You talk about some fighters, some athletes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they have to say, look, we did everything we possibly could.
Look,
except
we
for,
escaped with our lives 2 weeks in a
2
row.
weeks in a row.
With a win by 3.
Yeah, but punching way, way, way above our weight class in both sides. Again, you play Chapel Hill, you play Kilgore, you play Lindale, who are probably 3 of the 4 playoff teams in the District of Doom. And you can see all those teams playing in December, Jeff. Every single one of these teams
Oh
can
gosh,
be playing in
yes.
December.
Yes, absolutely.
So I will be happy.
I'll tell you what, this Lindale team, I think could beat Kilgore. I don't know about Chapel Hill, but they can beat Kilgore.
Yeah, I really think, and of course Kilgore went and absolutely destroyed their opponent tonight. And you got to think that Lindale is probably one of the best 1-4 teams or 1-3 teams now in Division I. And you think about it, Jeff. This team honestly could lose 3 district games, still make the playoffs, and not even be a 500 team until they're in round 3, and still be playing.
Oh, dude, this is a good football team. We just played. I'm going to tell you now. But how about that Buckeye offense tonight? And then the defense at the end of the game stepping up. Over and over. That was dramatic. You couldn't script a better game than we got to see tonight.
And absolutely good for this team, Jeff, because in terms of confidence, they go out, because Lindale, let's be honest, Lindale had their way with the Buckeye defense. They just basically said, we're going to get behind our big offensive line and run over you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did.
And look at them lining up over there as a school. Eric, put the camera, if you would, on Lindale for just a second. I want you to look how classy this school district is. I mean, they all are lined up together, arm in arm. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. That is a great school district right there.
Absolutely, and they
well coached.
That's Mike Maddox.
Yeah,
Mike Maddox's influence there. And what a great game. And
as Eric said, it's beyond just the football field. We do have a special relationship with Lindale, mostly because there's been so much character-led from administrators that have kind of gone back and forth to both schools. But from a band program, from a ag program, all of the programs between Lindale and Gilmer are very friendly programs. But there is absolutely nothing for the Lindale Eagles to hang their head about in terms of tonight.
No way.
Fantastic game. As the Buckeyes managed to pull it off, extra time was avoided. We get you to bed on time, Jeff. But you can borrow some blood pressure medicine if you need it.
I'm definitely going to need it. Folks, thanks for listening tonight. We'll see you back here next week as Gilmer takes on Walnut Grove.
Walnut Grove. We'll see what that holds. A 5A school, Jeff. And once again, we continue to punch above our weight class. For myself, Todd Robinson, the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash, we say good night and go Buckeyes.